yang bangun di tempat kerja maupun dan
All right, it's already 8:33, and I guess we are now good to start our webinar. And most of our invited LGUs are already on board, so I think we don't have any more reasons to wait any longer, no, to start our activity. So. Before we proceed any further, no, I would like to introduce first myself. I know I am not new to most of you, especially to the LGUs here in Region 8, because on our several activities, on the trainings that we have, it is us, me and Engineer Claire, who's been facilitating with you, who's been training with you. But for the sake of those LGUs who or personals who don't know me, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Francisco Gepes Abindanyo. I am a Project Development Officer 1 and one of the eBPLS coordinators, and I am assigned or I am based here in Tacloban City. And it is my great pleasure and honor to be your moderator for today's online session. Okay, so before we proceed any further, um, I would like to, or may I request everyone to stand for the invocation, and please do remain standing for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Almighty Father, all praises belong to your name alone. Father God, we humbly ask forgiveness of our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Lord, we thank you for all the countless blessings you've showered upon us. Help us to live according to your plan. We pray for world peace and joy among nations. Let your precious blood protect and cover the whole nations against the unseen and seen enemies. Lead us to the pathway of righteousness without stepping others. Pour out your superabounding grace and blessings
Recording in
among
progress.
us. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang mag-ibig, kaya sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagalang tulog sa simoy at sa langit ang pagkaw, ay hinatang tulakaw, sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng warhabin pansinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang bigaya na patay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. You may now take your seat. Okay, so to those LGUs who just joined in, kindly log your attendance on the link provided in the chat panel. All right. Okay, so let's just have a quick housekeeping before we get started. So first, kindly rename your respective account by following the format organization or LGU, then your complete name. So I'm seeing on screen some of the participants no are not yet or was not able to rename yet their respective accounts. So again, let me just emphasize this. Please and kindly rename your respective accounts so that we can easily identify your LGU. In case you have questions or concerns you will raise later on. Next is mute your microphone at all times. Unless you need something to say, if you want to say something, you can unmute your microphones. But if you do not have anything to say, anything to raise, please keep it muted in order for you to not interrupt the resource speaker or anyone who is talking. Okay? Next is make sure to turn on your camera so that we can see you. Actually, this online session is quite challenging because we cannot see or we do not know what you are doing on your end. Hence why we advise if your internet bandwidth can suffice to turn on your camera. However, pag di naman kaya ng inyong internet bandwidth or you are experiencing an intermittent internet connection, we suggest you turn it off na lang. Okay? Next, you can chat your concerns anytime in our chat panel. So we have a chat panel here in the Zoom platform. So you can use that. You can type your questions there in case you do not have the courage to speak it out or to air it out. You can just utilize the chat panel by simply typing your respective concerns, and our team will fetch your different concerns and will air it out later on. Okay? So next is document this activity. In other words, take some pictures of you while you are attending this webinar, and you can send that to our chat group, not to our several chat groups intended for your trainings, or you can also send that to our general announcement. And you can also you can also post that on your respective social media, because after this webinar, I will collect those pictures and I will post them in our FB page, the official Facebook page of the eBPLS. And finally, this event, please be reminded that this event is being recorded and we are live on Facebook. All right? So are the house rules and reminders clear to you? Hello? You can chat it. Yes. Clear daw sa LGU Pinamungahan. How about sa ibang LGUs? Let's have a interactive nature here. Ayan. By the way, I saw someone who is raising a hand, Ma'am Lavizares, Ma'am Salvacion de los Reyes of LGU Lavizares. Do you have anything to say or you want to ask something? You are raising your hand po. Okay, I have a phone call here. Let me just answer this call. I think this is something important. Number lang. Okay, for a while. Okay, so slow internet connection. Ayan, so it seems like the house rules and reminders are clear to everyone since I am not receiving any feedback at all, negative feedback at all, any clarifications. So I think we can now proceed to our next part, which is the acknowledgement of the LGU attendees. So based on our record on the registration link that we sent to you. These are the following LGUs who responded, no? From the province of Northern Samar, we have the following LGUs: Lavizares, Bubon, Lope de Vega, Mapanas, Pambuhan, and San Roque. So we have a complete attendance of our 6 eBPLS operational LGUs in Northern Samar. Next is from the province of Eastern Samar. We have LGU Balangkayan, Sulat. We have LGU Dolores with their Honorable Mayor, Shuni Nenyu R. Carpeso. Good morning, Mayor. Then we also have the LGU Balanhiga, Maydulong, Salcedo, Llorente, Giwan, Borongan City, and Taft. May isa kaming kulang. Ayan. Just inform us in the chat panel if hindi na mention yung LGU ninyo, ha? Next, from the province of Western Samar, we have LGU Villarreal with their Honorable Mayor, Marilo R. Latorre. Good morning, Mayor. Then we also have from LGU Basay and Gandara, and I saw on board LGU Santa Rita. Good morning, everyone. So next, from the province of Leyte, we have Abuyog. We have Calubian with their Honorable Mayor, Marciano A. Batiansila Jr. We also have Bato, Merida, Alang-Alang, Leyte, Barugo with their Honorable Mayor, Maria Rosario C. Avestros. Then LGU Tolosa, Javier, Palo, and Hindang. Ayan. Then we also have from the province of Biliran, Naval, Kawayan, and Biliran. Then we have from the province of Southern Leyte, we have LGU Sugod, San Juan, Hinandayan with the Honorable Mayor Elisa C. Kadingan, Liluan with the Honorable Mayor Shelita Chong, Libagon with the Honorable Mayor Sabina B. Ranque, Maasin City, Tomas Opos, Buntok, Padre Burgos, Macrohon, San Francisco, and Hinunangan with the Honorable Mayor Engineer Rinaldo C. Fernandez. From Region 8, let's proceed to Region 7. From the province of Cebu, we have Pinamungahan, Daan Bantayan, Compostela, Tuburan, San Francisco, Alcantara, Argao, Sugod, Cordova, Alegria, Minglanilia, Runda, San Remigio with their Honorable Mayor Mariano R. Martinez, Balamban, Todela, Alginsan, and finally, Moalboal. The next, from the province of Bohol, we have Buena Vista and Curilia. And from the province of Negros Oriental, we have LGU Sibulan. So was I able to mention all the LGUs who are here? Hello? So lahat naman no na acknowledge. And I would like also to acknowledge the participation of our respective provincial officers. We have here, I'm seeing on board Engineer Dante R. Rosales, the provincial officer for Samar Islands or Samar areas. Good morning, Engineer Dante. I'm also seeing on board the provincial officer for Bohol. We have Sir Victor Magallanes. Then we have the provincial officer for Cebu. I'm sorry, the focal for eBPLS in Cebu, Sir Romel Abella. Then we also have here Sir Cari Flores. We also have here Sir Ira Bermudo. And who else? I'm checking on the participants panel to make sure that I I was able to acknowledge our different provincial officers and colleagues here in the DICT Visayas Cluster 2. And I'm also seeing on board our colleagues no, from the DICT Central Office. Good morning, everyone. So that's it. So much for our acknowledgement. Let me just extend my earliest thanks to everyone for joining, and we appreciate your time and effort. Despite of your busy schedules, you were able to grace this important online event. Okay. So here are the activity overview for us to have a limelight on what will happen in this entire online session. First is we will have the discussion on the e-payment and the electronic official receipt at the eBPLS. We'll have the legal basis, how the e-payment and the electronic official receipt works at the eBPLS. Then just to add, we'll have the discussion on the Philippine National Public Infrastructure or the PNPKI. We invited the person in charge of that from the central office. So you will get to know him later on as we progress no, in our online session. Then we will have the frequently asked questions or the FAQ. This will be discussed to you later on by Sir Victor Magallanes. And after that, we'll proceed on the AVP on the AVP of the e-payment providers by the Land Bank of the Philippines and the Development Bank of the Philippines. Then we'll proceed to the LGU testimonial. We invited the BPLO of Mandawi City, Attorney August Lizer Malate, to give us a testimony on how they incorporated the online payment in their eBPLS. And finally, we will have the focus group discussion or the open forum. So in here, we will fetch or we will raise your different concerns so that our invited resource speakers will be able to answer no, your different concerns or questions. All right? So, to formally begin this session, I would like to invite on screen our dynamic and energetic IBPLS lead focal. Everyone, please welcome Engineer Ramil Jeff and Taboso for his welcome remarks. Hello, Sir Jeff. Good morning.
Good morning, Sir Jeff.
Hello, good morning. Thank you, Franz. Okay, so first I'd like to greet some of these present here. First and foremost to our Honorable Secretary Gregorio Bilunasan, the second, to the PMT from Central Office Manila. It is Ma'am Del Basada is already here ba? Or represented by Beverly. So all mayors, good morning. BPLO, treasurer, and employees, especially catering on the business permit. In today's orientation online on electronic payment and electronic official receipt of eBPLS, with this new normal, it is very timely. With the pandemic, is still on the rise ngayon. Online payment and online official issuance of electronic receipt is very timely. This is in compliance with the ARTA and the JMC that was created. The zero contact policy in the creation of EBOS and the registration of digital signature.
Hello, Sir Jeff. Sir, you are muted po. Hello, Sir Jeff.
Okay. You hear me now,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
friends?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello?
I can now hear you, sir.
Ah, medyo choppy ang ano ko dito kasi. Oo. Medyo ano lang kasi ang internet ko dito sa ano. Medyo nakaka ano, putol-putol. Anyway, with this orientation, I know that you will understand the uh, the legal basis, how the e-payment and EOR works at eBPLS, and what is the PNPKI. I believe that most of the LGU now, especially in this Visayas Cluster 2, Mandawi is the first LGU to implement full implementation of the eBPLS, especially the online payment. I congratulate to Attorney Lizer Malate for the effort that they made in Mandawi City in fully implementing the electronic business permit of the DICT. And to this locality, I congratulate to that Attorney Lizer and to the Mandawi team. With that, hopefully you will learn on the basis, legal basis on how to apply to the land bank or the BP on the implementation. That with our Regional Director, Frederick DC Amores, together with the eBPLS team of Visayas Cluster 2. Good morning and thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Jeff, for your warm welcome to all of us. So let me just now acknowledge LGU San Juan, Sikihor. Thank you so much to LGU San Juan for joining in our webinar. Okay. All right. So these are the objectives of our webinar. First is I'm requesting the LGU whose microphone is not muted to please mute your microphone now in order to avoid some feedbacks. Okay. So again, here are the objectives of this webinar. First is to help the LGUs grasp the requirements and processes in adopting e-payment or the electronic payment and the official receipt, as well as to acquire the PNPKI's digital signature, which will be helpful and useful in signing the business permits and the different or other documents in the LGU setting. Next is to assist the LGUs in their compliance with the JMC 2021 directive on the electronic business one-stop shop. Because as you know, that the EOR or the e-payment is one of the parameters set by the anti-red tape authority for your respective EBOS or eBPLS you are already utilizing. So I hope you will take time and you will take this webinar seriously because this is for your own benefit. Okay? So this time, let's proceed to our first topic, which is about the legal basis on e-payment and the electronic official receipt. And our first speaker is the information systems analyst and the project focal for the provinces of Leyte, Biliran, and Southern Leyte. Everyone, please welcome the very beautiful IBPLS coordinator, Engineer Claire Elaine B. Canonoy. Hi, Ma'am Claire. Good morning.
Good morning, Sir Francis. So good morning to all our participants here and to those who are watching our FB Live. No, so I will be discussing the legal basis on the e-payment and EOR. So I hope my audio is okay on your side. Ayan, okay. So let's start. Let's talk about saan ba, ano ba yung mga legal basis? Saan ba kinuha yung um, basis nga for this e-payment and electronic OR. Ayan. So we have four legal bases. We have here the ARTA, DTI, DILG, DICT, JMC number 01 of 2021. So this is about the guidelines for processing business permit related clearances and licenses in all cities and municipalities. So another legal basis na naka-anchor yung e-payment and DOR is the COA Circular Number 2013-007. This is the guidelines for the use of electronic official receipts to acknowledge collection of income and other receipts of government. So third is the DTI DOF Joint Department Administrative Order number 1001, series of 2010. So this is about the guidelines on the use of access device for payment of fees, charges, assessments, and other revenues due to the government through the electronic payment and collection system or EPCS of a government entity. And fourth is the Republic Act number 8792, the Electronic Commerce Act of 2000. So this is an act providing for the recognition and use of electronic commercial and non-commercial transactions and documents, penalties for unlawful use thereof, and for other purposes. So let's go over with this legal basis. So let's start with the first. So the ARTA, DTI, DILG, and the ICT JMC number 01 of 2021. So under section 8.3.1, so sabi doon, accept online payments using online payment facilities and other payment gateways or alternative digital payment options. So sa section 8.4.8, the LGU shall receive the one-time payment of all related taxes, fees, and charges from the applicant either via online payment facility from a single portal or a payment gateway to accept digital payments like credit cards, debit cards, prepaid or e-money, and or bank transfer, or alternative digital payment options through service agreements with BSP-regulated private and or public payment system providers or EPCS providers such as but not limited to eGovPay, Landbank, Link.biz, GCash, PayMaya, Coins.ph, DragonPay, OmniPay, BankNet for digital payment acceptance and electronic official receipts or the EOR provision, and restrict over-the-counter payments to highly exceptional cases. Okay. So actually, ito pong online payment, this is one of the EBOS parameters from the JMC number 01 of 2021, which our client LGUs should implement. Kasi in order for you to have an end-to-end online, you should, or to be considered as fully implementing LGUs, dapat lahat ng EBOS parameters ay nasunod. Okay? So, next slide, please. So, under section 8.4.10 naman, upon reconciliation by the cashier and authorized official of the validity of the electronic payment, a separate electronic official receipt or a scanned version of the written official receipt shall be issued by the LGU and be transmitted electronically to the payee through any digital messaging platforms, as the LGU may designate. The official receipt shall be issued in accordance with the requirements of the Commission on Audit Circular Number 2013-007. So this is the guidelines in the use of electronic official receipts to acknowledge collection of income and other receipts of government. So dito, once ma-process na yung e-payment, no? So once ma-deposit na yan sa account ng LGU, they will issue a separate electronic OR. Okay? Wait. Electronic OR. So sabi dito, the official receipt shall be issued in accordance sa requirements ng COA. So yung COA kasi iba-iba yung interpretation nila with this, no? So may ibang COA na if an electronic OR na daw is already issued, bakit pa mag-i-issue sila ng manual OR daw sa LGU na hindi naman duman daw sa kanila yung bayad? Okay? So pwedeng EOR yung i-issue lang din nila and be transmitted to the payee electronically. Okay? So next slide please. So sa COA Circular Number 2013-07 naman, sa Section 1, this circular provides guidelines and procedures in the issuance of electronic official receipts as acceptable evidences of payment for collection of income and other government receipts. Ayan. So next slide please. So under sa Section 3, it stated na all collections shall be acknowledged by the government agency concerned through the issuance of official receipts to establish that these have been received. Okay. Then next, receipt of collections or revenue through electronic means shall be acknowledged by an EOR. Okay? So nag-i-issue naman po nito ng electronic OR. So collections of national government agencies shall be deposited to the account of the Treasury of the Philippines. Collections of local government units and the government-owned and controlled corporations shall be deposited to their respective accounts in designated AGDB or the Authorized Government Depository Bank. Then under 3.4, collections through electronic system shall be accounted for in the books of the government agency concerned in accordance with existing rules and regulations for receipt and collections. Next slide, please. Yan. So under 3.6 naman, so to ensure that transactions can be individually and safely processed using online collection system, the government agency concerned shall comply with the provisions of the Joint Department Administrative Order Number 2 Series of 2006 issued by the Department of Finance and Department of Trade and Industry on the guidelines implementing RA number 8792 on EPCS in government or the Electronic Payment Collection System or any subsequent amendments thereto. So the government agency shall provide read or view and print access rights to the COA auditor in the computerized system where online collections are being processed. Next, please. So sa DTI-DOF Joint Department Administrative Order Number 10 Series 1 naman po, yung scope po nito is this JDAO shall apply to all government entities that intend to use or which have existing electronic payment and collection system for the collection of fees, charges, assessments, and revenue, and which are required by law to remit their collections to the Treasurer of the Philippines. Okay. So further, this JDAO covers only transactions made over the internet or other forms of transactions that do not require face-to-face with any government personnel or over-the-counter transactions. All right. Next slide, please. So under Section 1, the use of access devices such as but not limited to credit cards, debit cards, cash cards, mobile phones for payment of fees, charges, assessments, and revenues due to government entities EPCS is hereby authorized. Hereby authorized to bring about a more efficient and effective payment and collection service for the government transaction and to provide transacting clients additional payment options for transactions with the government, especially now that we are facing pandemic and face-to-face transactions is very limited. So this is very convenient to for the clients to have an additional payment option, which is online. Ayan. So next slide, please. Okay po ba yung audio ko with everyone? So under the Section 4, government entities are authorized to secure the services of electronic service providers for the payment module of their online system. Mahina daw yung boses ko. Pakilakasan po nung nung audio dyan sa inyo. Kasi okay naman daw po yung audio ko. Or how about yung mga naka-on yung video turn off lang muna. Ako lang muna bida. Okay? So later na sa photo ops natin para makasave naman yung data yung iba para hindi ganoon kalag sa kanila. Alright? Sige, so let's continue. So yun nga, yung sa Section 4, yung government entities are authorized to secure the system to secure the services of electronic service providers for the payment module of their online system. So it is understood that the government entity will be responsible for the development of its own online system and any system enhancement that will be required to set up at the payment module. So it is a common practice that the electronic payment service assume the development of the application program interface and enhancement of its own system to enable to interact with the government entity's online system. All right. So next slide, please. So under naman po sa Republic Act number 8792 or the Electronic Commerce Act of 2000, under sa Section 27, government use of electronic data messages, electronic documents, and electronic signatures, all departments, bureaus, offices, and agencies of the government, as well as all government-owned and controlled corporations that pursuant to law require or accept the filing of documents, require that documents be created or retained and or submitted, issue permits, licenses, or certificates of registrations or approval, or provide for the method and manner of payment or settlement of fees and other obligations to the government. So, sa naka-unmute po, please paki-mute lang po muna if you don't have any questions. Questions will be catered later po. Ayan. Ma'am Almira, naka-unmute po kayo. Can you please unmute? Can you please mute muna po? Kasi nag-overlap yung natin. LGU hinunangan din. Paki-mute po ng mic. Ayan. So, I guess naka-mute na. Okay, let's continue. Meron pa rin eh. Alright. Okay, so let's continue. So under sections 27.c of the government use of electronic data messages, electronic documents, and electronic signatures naman po, sabi dito, required and or accept payments and issue receipts acknowledging such payments through system using electronic data messages or electronic documents. Next slide, please. Ay, yun na pala. Okay, so that ends my discussion. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you so much, Ma'am Claire. So I hope I think there was still other slides to present, but that was pala the last presentation or the last slide for your topic. So thank you so much, Ma'am Claire or Engineer Claire, for the comprehensive discussion on the legal basis or the legal frameworks of the EOR and the e-payment. Okay, so our next topic is about how e-payment and EOR works in the eBPLS. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you our speaker. She is a computer programmer too of the eBPLS project from the DICT Central Office. And she is also one of the developers of the eBPLS system. And she's one of those staff who were giving our LGUs technical assistance in case there are errors and other concerns encountered in the system. Everyone, our resource speaker for this topic, please welcome Ms. Viverly B. Yumol. Hi, Ma'am Viv. Good morning.
Hi, Sir Francis. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So, I hope everyone is well ngayong pandemic season and rainy season po kasi ngayon. So, I hope everyone is safe. So, yun nga po, tulad na nabanggit ni Sir Francis, I'm one of the programmers from the central office na implementation ng system. And isa po ko sa mga main na nag-integrate po ng e-payment para po makapagbayad online yung mga LGUs po natin using eBPLS. Okay po. So, meron po kami hinanda na a short video para po sa kabuuan po ng entire process po ng e-payment sa eBPLS. So, please, yan. Please watch the video first. Ayan, so napaka-informative na po ng ating video and pinakita na po doon kung paano po yung proseso ng ating applicant kapag mag-a-apply po siya online, kung paano po siya magbayad online, and paano niyo po ma-receive yung kanyang EOR and e-business permit online din po. So, isa po ito sa feature ng system na talagang ina-encourage po namin sa LGUs na i-adapt nila. But then again, depende pa rin po yun sa LGU ninyo kung gusto niya pong mag-release ng electronic receipt na, EOR, imbis na manual receipt, or kaya e-business permit, imbis na i-release niya siya sa munisipyo, na in which kukunin pa po ng applicant sa munisipyo pa po. Kasi po sa system, ready na po siya na just email na lang po namin sa mga applicants. Okay? So, ngayon naman po, ipapakita ko lang po saglit yung EOR na ginagamit po namin sa system. So, next slide, please. Ayan. So, ito na po yung pinaka-layout ng EOR po namin sa eBPLS. So, ito pong mga fields po dito is based po siya sa COA circular po na nirelease po ng COA para po, ito po yung pinaka-minimum fields na talagang kailangan daw pong makita for every electronic OR or electronic official receipt. So, nandyan po yung LGU logo ninyo, transaction type, location code, of course, yung mga OR date and time, yan po, importante po yan, as well as the account numbers, business name, and of course, yung mga fees and taxes na na-collect po ninyo for the applicant. And of course, yung total amount in words. And yung isa po sa security feature ng ating EOR is the QR code. So, ayan po. Yan po yung magiging itsura po ng EOR. So, next naman po. Next slide, please. Okay. So, prepare po kami na infographic dito ng pinaka-steps po ng pag-acquire naman po ng LGU ninyo ng e-payment. Okay? So, in terms of the e-payment process, isa po ko sa pinaka mag-a-assist po sa inyo sa pag-integrate po ng e-payment sa eBPLS po ninyo. So, ito pong steps na to ay i-discuss ko po isa-isa. So, next slide please. So, first po, number 1. So, first step po natin dyan is, ayan, LGU with eBPLS and the provider to get into a MOA. So, it all starts with a MOA. Dapat po muna makipag-coordinate po kayo sa inyong chosen e-payment provider. Then, mag-generate po kayo ng MOA with them. Sige sir, pa-click-click lang po. Ayan. Sige sir, isa pa. Ayan. So, ang existing development partners po ng DICT for the eBPLS ay Land Bank, and then BBP or Development Bank of the Philippines. Ngayon, kung may gusto po kayong i-adopt na other payment providers, pwede naman po. I-advise nyo lang po kami, and then you must enter to an NDA or non-disclosure agreement or MOA with the DICT first. Yan. Send po kayo ng LOI or letter of intent sa DICT Central Office po mismo. And then, doon po sa MOA na yun, dapat po nakalagay na po doon yung lahat po ng agreed mode of payment and payment channels na i-integrate po natin sa system ninyo, sa eBPLS. So, yun. Nakaloob na po lahat doon sa MOA po ninyo. Okay po. Next po. Next slide, please. Sige, sir. Pa-click-click lang po. Ayan. Step number 2 is LGU to notify the DICT if you are ready to link the e-payment to your eBPLS. So, yun po. Bali, pag may MOA na po kayo with them, with your payment provider, i-advise nyo lang po kami para po ma-prepare na po natin yung requirements ninyo para ma-integrate na natin sa system po ninyo yung e-payment. Ayan. So, ang kailangan nyo lang po gawin is email nyo lang po sa amin yung copy of the notarized MOA between the LGU and your e-payment provider. And then, kung may merchant form po sila, ayan, email nyo lang din po yun sa amin para makapag-start na po tayo mag-integrate. Next slide, please. Ayan. Step 3 is e-payment linkage to eBPLS. So once na na-inform nyo na po kami, pwede na po tayo mag-start ng integration. So pag sinabi pong integration, ilalagay na po namin nga yung e-payment sa inyo pong system. So how does it happen? First po is magkakaroon po tayo ng, kadalasan po nangyayari dyan is magkakaroon po muna tayo ng chat group. Pwede pong sa Messenger or sa Viber para po mas mabilis po tayo makapag-usap. Pag any may questions po kayo, pwede po namin makater agad. If minsan din po through email, so active din naman po tayo through email, so pwede po tayo mag-communicate through email. And then yun na nga po, ang gagawin po namin dyan is itetest na po namin yung system po muna kung working po siya in our side. Kasi syempre po, mag-integrate po tayo yan through API. And then, kung sakali man pong may mga errors or unsuccessful transactions, communicated naman po yun with the provider and of course sa inyo para po aware kayo sa nangyayari po. And then, ayan po, after po ma-check po namin sa side namin kung okay na po siya, wala na po siyang errors or anything na problema, papatest naman po namin sa inyo. So, si LGU po, kayo po ang final na magte-test kung working properly na po yung e-payment. Ayan. So, meron po lang naman kayo dapat i-designate na IT or any BPLO from your team na magte-test po nung e-payment. Ayan po. So, next slide please. Bali, yung may questions po ninyo, i-cater po natin yan mamaya po. So, may nakikita po kasi mga questions sa chat. Mamaya na lang po muna. So, step number 4, LGU and e-payment provider UAT or user acceptance testing. So, as soon as the testing is completed, ayan po, i-notify nyo na po si DICT, kami po, and the e-payment provider that the final testing is successful and the e-payment option should be affixed in your transactional eBPLS site. So, yun nga po, pagtapos po yung testing po ninyo, ibig sabihin, ready na po siya ma-integrate po sa inyong live or transactional site. So, kapag nilagay na po kasi yun doon, ma-access na po siya ng mga applicants. And then, kadalasan po ng mga e-payment providers may document din po sila user acceptance testing na form or sign-off sheet or sign-off merchant sheet na katunayan lang po na tapos na po yung testing and naging successful po yung testing. So yun yung isa po yun sa mga documents din po na nire-ready po. Okay po, next po. Next slide please. Then finally, step number 5, ayan. The ICT will include the e-payment channels to the LGU's eBPLS. So all the payment channels included in the MOA between the LGU and the provider will be added in the LGU's eBPLS transactional site. So yun na po yung pinaka-final step. Lalagay na po namin siya sa ninyo, eBPLS po ninyo. And then doon na po pwedeng makapag-start si applicants na makapag-bayad online. Then, ayun po, pwede na rin po kayo mag-start na i-endorse siya or i-market siya sa inyong Facebook para ma-aware na po yung mga business applicants ninyo na pwede na silang magbayad online. So, I think that ends my presentation. Sir Francis?
Ayan, thank you so much, Ma'am Beverly, for the comprehensive discussion on how AOR and e-payment works in the electronic business permit and licensing system. All right, so Ma'am Beverly, as a token of gratitude and appreciation, we would like to award you or to give you this certificate of appreciation, which reads that this certificate of appreciation is hereby given to Beverly V. Yumol in grateful appreciation and commendation for her invaluable efforts and exemplary performance as one of the resource speaker during the online payment on PNPKI electronic official receipt and electronic payment at the Electronic Business Permit and Licensing System or eBPLS conducted today, July 23, 2021 via online platform and given this day of our Lord. And this actually certificate is signed na by our IC regional director, but for this presentation purposes, we did not show the signed certificate. So we will email this to you later on, Ma'am Beverly. So thank you so much po, Ma'am Bev.
Thank you, sir. Thank you po.
Ayan. I think yung questions natin, no, we'll just cater that later na lang sa focus group discussion. Okay, so before we proceed further, no, I would like to acknowledge our LGUs who just joined in. We have from the province of Siquijor, we have Lazi, Larena, Enrique, Villanueva, and San Juan. And we also have here the local government unit of, we also have here LGU Maria, no, and the local government unit of Palo, Leyte. And let me also acknowledge the participation of our Deputy Provincial Officer for Western Samar. We have Engineer Edberto Versosa. Sir Buboy, good morning. And I am also seeing on board Ma'am Mavel Katabay, the Assistant Project Manager of the IBPLS. Hi, Ma'am Mavel, good morning. Thank you so much for your presence in this online platform. And also to my colleagues here in the ICT VC2, thank you so much for your attendance in this online session. Okay? So let's proceed to our next topic. By the way, before I introduce to you our next resource speaker, may I please again remind everyone to please refrain from unmuting your respective microphones or devices in order for you to avoid not distracting the resource speaker. So please wag niyo pong i-unmute no yung inyong microphones or yung inyong mga devices, because if there's a sound coming from your device na di-distract po yung ating resource speaker. So I hope I am making myself clear to all of you, okay? Ayan, so ayan, kasasabi ko lang may nag-unmute. Okay, anyway, so much for that. So this time, no, to help our LGUs to understand the need and how the PNPTI or the Philippine National Public Infrastructure works, may I please introduce to you our next speaker. He is from the Cybersecurity Digital Certification Division of the DICT Central Office. Everyone, please welcome Engineer John Lawrence L. Recto. Hi, Sir John. Good morning.
Hello po. Good morning to everyone in this webinar. So I am John Lawrence Recto po from Digital.
Hello, Sir John. Sir, I'm sorry to butt in, but you are muted.
Okay. Okay, sir. Can you hear me na po?
Yes po, yes po.
Okay, thank you. Good morning everyone. I am John Lawrence Recto from the Digital Certificate Division of the Cybersecurity Bureau, here to discuss about the Philippine National Public Key Infrastructure or PNPKI. So let me share my screen. Sir, pa-share po ng screen niyo po. Okay, thank you. So, can you see my presentation po?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, So here we are. First, let me introduce our bureau, the Cybersecurity Bureau. We have 3 divisions po in Cybersecurity Bureau here in the central office. First is the NCERT, or the National Computer Emergency Response Team, and the CSMD, or the Critical Infrastructure Evaluation and Cybersecurity Standards Monitoring Division. So last but not the least is the Digital Certificate Division, or DCD, which handles and administers the Philippine National Public Key Infrastructure, or PNPKI. So for PNPKI, we have teams nationwide. So for NCR kami sa central office. For Luzon, we have 3 clusters. Meron din for Visayas, we have 2 clusters. Specifically for your cluster kung gusto nyo mag-apply sa VC2. And then for Mindanao, we have 3 clusters. So yung rollout ng PNPKI is nationwide din po. So, ano ba yung mga traditional workflows usually sa ating mga organizations or agencies or sa mga LGUs? First, magka-create tayo ng documents sa isang document creation program like yung mga Microsoft Word, etc. And the next is ipiprint natin yung document, isassign natin yung document, your signatures, i-scan natin bago natin siya pwede i-share. So, ano naman ang meron sa paperless or less paper workflows? Paperless kasi, or less paper, kasi hindi naman siya entirely mababawasan yung, hindi naman entirely mawawala yung necessity to print documents kasi we are in government nga. So, less paper workflows. For the less paper workflows, pwede na create direct yung document, pwede nang i-digitally sign yung document, and then next, pwede mo nang i-share yung document. So, nabawasan tayo ng 2 steps, yung printing and scanning of the document. So, ano nga ba yung PKI? So, wag natin paghalo yung PNPKI sa PKI. Yung PNPKI is yung branding ng government sa kanyang PKI service, and then yung PKI is the technology. So PKI is a system of processes, or public key infrastructure is a system of processes, technologies, and policies that allows you to encrypt and sign data. So yung purpose nito is to secure electronic transfer of information for a range of networks such as e-commerce, internet banking, and confidential email. So merong 2 components yung ating PKI. First is the cryptography and the digital certificates. So ano nga ba yung public key cryptography? Ito yung cryptography or asymmetric cryptography in other terms. Meron tayong public key and private key sa public key cryptography. So a public key and its associated private key are called the key pair. The public key and its corresponding private key are mathematically related. So ibig sabihin, yung public key mo, related siya sa private key mo. Sila lang yung tandem, kumbaga. Then yung public key, ang difference lang nitong dalawa, yung public key, sinishare natin sa iba, and then yung private key, ito yung kinikip natin sa sarili natin. So para maintindihan nyo kung ano yung difference nila, first, let us look at this example. So for example, ako yung sender and then yung receiver yung LGU. Para makapag-send ako sa inyo ng isang digitally signed na email, kailangan ko yung inyong public key. So first, gagawa ko ng email, gusto ko sabihin hello world lang sa inyo. Then gagamitin ko yung inyong public key kasi kayo yung receiver para ma-encrypt yung message. Ayan. And then, after nun, pagka-receive sa inyo, ang marireceive nyo is yung encrypted message or yung hindi nababasa na message. Then, para mabasa nyo ulit yung message, gagamitin nyo naman yung inyong private key para ma-decrypt yung message back into hello world. So, ganyan yung basic example niyan. So ano naman yung digital certificate? It is a very small file issued by a certificate authority as proof of an individual's or machine's electronic identity. So para itong isang electronic passport para sa person or computer or pwede rin sa organization para magkaroon ng secure information, secure exchange of information sa internet. So itong digital certificate is associated with the public and private key. So, meron tayong types of digital certificates. First is yung individual certificates. Under individual certificates, we have two types, the authentication and signing certificate. The authentication certificate is used for email signing and email encryption. And then while the signing certificate is used for document signing. So, ito yung ginagamit natin mostly for documents. Then, another type is agency certificate. Yung difference between individual and agency certificate, yung individual certificate nakapangalan sa mismong tao, while yung agency certificate nakapangalan siya doon sa agency kung kaninong agency nagmamay-ari nung certificate na yun. For example, DICT. So hindi siya nakapangalan sa individual. So, next is, ano nga ba yung digital signature na tinatawag? So, it is a specific type of electronic signature. So, it requires a digital certificate. It has security and authentication mechanisms provided by PKI, digital certificates, and it is a digital equivalent of a handwritten signature. So, itong nakikita nyo sa big circle, yung kulay blue, lahat po ito ay electronic signatures. Pero isang specific type ng electronic signature, yung digital signature, ito yung mga signature na pwede nating i-verify, i-authenticate using yung PKI, tinatawag. So how does a digital signature work? For example, gagawa ka ng isang document and then magdi-digitally sign si creator ng document. Yung application, for example, yung Adobe Acrobat Reader, maggagawa siya ng hash. Yung hash, isang message digest na parang sinasummarize yung contents ng document into a single string of characters. So, yun. Yung hash na yun is very sensitive to changes. So, kunwari, maglagay ka lang ng period or ng space doon sa document, a totally different hash will be generated. Tapos, yung application, upon digital signing, i-encrypt niya yung hash. Then after that, magkakaroon ka na ng isang digitally signed document. So, after nun, pwede mo nang isend yung document through the internet. And then on the verifier side naman, magkakaroon tayo ng two process. For yung first, mag-generate din yung application niya. For instance, yung Adobe Reader lang din ulit. Then, mag-create siya ng hash na panibago. Then, i-decrypt niya yung hash gamit yung public key ng signer. Kasi kanina yung ginamit ng signer is yung, syempre, yung kanyang private key. Since si verifier may copy ng kanyang public key, pwede niyang i-decrypt yung hash. Then, after that, i-compare ng application yung dalawang hash na yon. Then kung nag-match yung dalawang hash na yon, yung signature magiging valid. Pero kung nagkaroon ng, for example, nagkaroon ng alteration, may papakita naman the signature will be invalid pag magkaiba yung hash. So ganun nag-work yung digital signatures. Oops. Animation pala. Okay, so ano-ano ba yung services ng PNPKI? First is we have the certificate authority. Ayan. And then we have under the certificate authority, we have two, the Gov Authentication CA and the Gov Signing CA. Ayan. So ito yung mga certificate. Ito yung, ano ba yung certificate authority? Yung certificate authority, yung nag-i-issue mismo ng digital certificates sa mga individual. Next is the Token Management System with Registration Authority or TMSRA. Ito yung ginagamit ng mga registration officers. Ito yung mga ginagamit ng PNPKI team clusters para i-encode yung information ninyo doon sa aming system. And then, doon din kayo sa system na magre-request ng digital certificates ninyo. Next, we also have the validation services. So, meron tayong tinatawag na online certificate status protocol and then yung revocation list. With these two, yung OCSP and CRL, malalaman natin kung valid ba yung inyong mga digital certificates and kung issued nga ba siya under PNPKI. And last but not the least is yung timestamping authority. So with this, pag ginamit nyo yung timestamping authority ni PNPKI, yung time na lalabas doon sa document upon signing is synchronized with the Philippine Standard Time. So with the timestamping authority, may iwasan natin yung mga tinatawag na anti-dating. So ayan. So ano nga ba yung benefits of using PKI? First, ito yung mga key benefits niya, yung apat. Yung confidentiality, integrity, authentication, and non-repudiation. So bakit confidentiality? Confidentiality dahil may ensure natin na tanging yung intended recipient natin yung makakabasa ng message na gusto nating isend. Integrity, ito yung dahil sa walang nangyaring tawag dito, alteration sa document, makikita natin yung validity ng status. 'Di ba? Mamaya i-discuss ko siya through a demo kung paano siya naging integrity. And then sa authentication naman, malalaman natin na yung tao na yon siya talaga yung nag-sign ng document. Dahil first of all, before namin issuehan yung mga tao ng kanilang digital certificates, they have undergone face-to-face verification via online video calls. So, dati kasi ang pag-apply ng PNPKI is face-to-face requirement talaga. Ngayon, since dahil nga pandemic, medyo delikado yung face-to-face na application. So, through MC, Memorandum Circular, DICT Memorandum Circular number 06 series of 2020, transfer kami into online video calls for the verification ng mga applicants. Then last but not the least is yung non-repudiation. Ibig sabihin, dahil sa'yo nakapangalan yung certificate and then sa'yo naka-issue yung inyong digital certificate, any tawag dito, any document that is signed using your digital certificates, ikaw lang yung nagmamay-ari nun. Hindi mo pwedeng itanggi na hindi ikaw yung nag-sign ng document. Kasi first of all, yung inyong digital certificates are user generated. Tawag dito, kayo yung gumagawa, kayo yung naglalagay ng password. In no way we can know the password for your digital certificates kasi kayo yung nag-personalize ng mga passwords nun. So, that is the benefits of using PKI. So, thank you. Magkakaroon lang tayo ng short demonstration. Wait lang. Oops. Short demonstration lang on how to digitally sign documents. Let me prepare lang. Okay. Share screen, Adobe. Desktop. So ayan, nakikita na ulit yung screen ko.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, ito yung isang example ng isang digitally signed document. Ayan. As you can see, ito yung electronic signature and then yung digital signature. For the electronic signature, in no way we can know na ako talaga yung naglagay nung document, nung signature dito sa document. Whereas for the digital signature, makikita natin na pwede siyang pindutin and then makikita natin yung signature validation status upon clicking the document. Then pwede nating i-click din yung signature properties. So the document has not been modified since the signature was applied. So ayan, the signature includes an embedded timestamp. So pwede nyo ring tingnan yung digital certificate nung signer. So show signer certificate. Paano malalaman na from PNPKI yung digital certificate? So meron tayong hierarchy dito sa my left side. From my personal certificate to the Gov Signing CA, yan yung certificate authority. Then to Philippine Government CA, kasi yung Philippine Government CA is handled din yung PNPKI. Then last but not the least is yung Philippine Root CA. So kung it will point upward to the Philippine Root CA, that means it is PNPKI issued digital certificate. Then makikita nyo rin dito yung details nung aking digital certificate. For example, yung aking tawag dito. Ito yung aking public key. So yan yung public key ito yung true appearance nung public key in bits, computer bits. So lahat naman ng algorithms for encryption and decryption, ginagawa na yun ng application ninyo. In this case, yung Adobe Reader. So ayan, close. So ano ba mangyayari kapag tampered yung isang document? So pag tampered yung isang document, stop yung sharing. Ayan. So pag tampered yung isang document, magpapakita dito at least one signature is invalid. So ayan, naging tampered document to kasi naglagay ako dito ng isang malaking tuldok sa ibaba ng document. So dahil dyan, na-invalid, na iba yung hash values na na-encrypt gamit yung aking digital certificate, yung public key ko, ay private key. So ayan, nagkaroon ng pagkakaiba sa hash values nila, kaya naging invalid yung aking document. Yung aking digital signature rather. So ito naman kung paano digitally sign ng document. So, para makapag-digitally sign, punta lang tayo dito sa tools. Yan, punta tayo dito sa tools. Tapos certificates, then digitally sign. So click and drag lang to create a rectangular box, then select yung appropriate na digital certificate. In this case, dahil document signing, we're gonna use Gov Signing CA kasi yun yung ating signing certificate. Then, ganito yung appearance niya. Click lang yung sign. Then, rename lang natin into para hindi ma-overwrite yung file. Then magtatanong siya nung password doon sa inyong digital certificate. So enter lang. And after that, makakapag-digitally sign na. Though, in your case ata, i-integrate na ni eBPLS yung digital signing doon sa kanilang system. So, pwede na kayo doon diretso makapag-digitally sign. So, ayan. So, yun, maraming salamat po. That ends my discussion. So, any questions po will be entertained daw later. So, maraming salamat po sa pakikinig.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir John Lawrence Recto, for the very comprehensive discussion on the PNPKI. So, to our LGUs, no, as you remember, nung ating mga trainings before, yung mga online trainings natin, we keep on saying that we will issue or will give you the certificate of completion ng training, no, kung mag-apply kayo sa PNPKI. Diba? You remember? Kasi that is one of the importance, no, na magkaroon kayo ng PNPKI, especially on signing different documents, especially si Mayor, importante magkaroon niyan, or yung mga nagpipirma, yung mga department heads, no, ng ating mga LGUs. Okay, so let me just present my screen. By the way, Sir Lawrence, would it be okay to ask a copy of your presentation just in case our LG will be asking?
Yes po, sir. I will send the copy of the presentation to you po.
Thank you so much, Sir John.
You're welcome po.
Lawrence Recto. Okay, so as a token of gratitude and appreciation, we would like to give you a certificate of recognition or appreciation rather. The certificate reads, the certificate of appreciation is hereby given to Engineer John Lawrence L. Recto in grateful appreciation and commendation for his invaluable efforts and exemplary performance as one of the resource speakers during the online orientation on PNPKI, electronic official receipt, and electronic payment at the electronic business permit and licensing system conducted today via Zoom or via online platform. So, sir, this certificate, the digitally signed certificate, will be forwarded to your email. So we did not include here the signed certificate for the sake of, data privacy of the presentation. So again, thank you so much, Sir John Lawrence Recto. Hopefully, available ka pa later sa ating focus group discussion, sir.
Yes po, yes po.
You really had a very comprehensive discussion on the PNPKI, and I think our LGUs also enjoyed on listening your discussion. Okay, so let's proceed to the next. Ayan. So as you know, our LGUs have many frequently asked questions about this e-payment and EOR. So our team, especially from the central office, gathered and gave answers to those different frequently asked questions. So to know the FAQs and the different answers to them, I would like to invite on screen our eBPLS focal for the Bohol province. Everyone, please welcome Sir Victor A. Magallanes. Hello, Sir Vic. Good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Yes, pleasant morning to each and everyone. So, my task this morning is to read the frequently asked question. Ito yung mga tanong na madalas tinatanong ng ating mga LGUs regarding po dito sa eBPLS. Okay, so I hope this will help sa ating mga LGU na merong mga katanungan na nandyan sa kanilang mga isipan. Okay, so first slide. Okay, so ito yung mga tanong, madalas tinatanong ng ating LGU. First, what are the legal basis of e-payment? No, so na-discuss na kanina ni Ma'am Claire ang mga legal basis po natin. Ito yung ARTA, DTI, DILG, DICT, Joint Memorandum Circular Number 01-2021, DTI, that's DOF Joint Department Administrative Order 10-01, Republic Act Number 8792, Electronic Commerce Act of 2000. So ito yung legal basis ng e-payment. What are the legal basis for the EOR? So ito yung mga sagot. No? The following are the legal basis for the EOR. Ito yun, ARTA pa rin. Ito pa rin ng GMC ng ARTA, DTI, DILG at DICT. Number 01-2021. CUA Circular number 2013-007 at Republic Act number 8792, Electronic Commerce Act of 2000. Okay, so na-discuss na yan kanina ni Ma'am Claire, hindi ko na lang i-discuss ulit. So next slide please. Who should we contact if the payment done online did not reflect in eBPLS? No, so just contact the DICT regional office first, so we can assess the problem. If the problem or the concern is with the eBPLS system, or this will be escalated to the central office. No, so kung sa amin po yan. If the concern is with the e-payment provider, then it will be escalated to the technical team. Okay, so next question, how do we put in place a communication with the provider? So paano po tayo makakapag-communicate sa ating provider? So initially, during the testing of your eBPLS and e-payment linkage, a Viber group is created with the ICT representatives, e-payment provider representatives, and your LGU. This will be maintained during the actual operations to put in place communication channel among the concerned parties. So doon po tayo mag-communicate sa either chat or Viber. Next question, will the payment be deposited, remitted right away in the LGU's account? No? So real time po ba yung remittance? Posting of deposit, remittance depends on the LGU agreement with the e-payment provider. This should be reflected in your MOA. So kayo na po yung mag-uusap dyan ng LGU, between LGU and the provider kung kaya ba na ma-reflect agad in real time yung remittance ng payment. Next slide please. Okay, so what are the existing e-payment link to eBPLS? So as of now, Land Bank of the Philippines and DBP or Development Bank of the Philippines. Both are directly linked at eBPLS through EPI. So ito yung mga bangko natin ngayon na nakalink. Next, what is the difference between interface and the standalone e-payment option? So interface e-payment service is directly linked through eBPLS through EPI. Reports and payment details automatically recorded at eBPLS. While standalone, e-payment service is not linked at eBPLS, the clients will directly pay via the portals of the providers, and the LGU are given access to the bank's online payment services. LGU has to manually tag or record the payments at eBPLS. What if our e-payment provider is not LBP or DBP and we want to link them to our eBPLS? Kung iba yung gusto nyo, so the LGU should inform the DICT if of this intent through letter of intent. Padala kayo ng letter of intent and inform the e-payment provider to write a letter at the DICT Central Office of their intent to link with the eBPLS. So, next slide, please. So, another question, can the LGU cancel the EOR at eBPLS? Yes, pwede po makancel. The LGU can cancel the EOR at eBPLS. What is the recommended signature to be affixed in EOR? So of course, yung ating DICT PNPKI or the Philippine National Public Key Infrastructure. Ito po yung recommended to be used in signing EOR since it has the security features. Next question, what are the security features of EOR? So ito yung digital signature if PNPKI signed siya, kung pirmado siya with the PNPKI. And also the QR code. Next, what happens if the e-payment transaction link through API was successful and unsuccessful? If, in instance, if successful, the status of the application would be for issuance. If unsuccessful, the LGU should contact the DICT and e-payment provider immediately to address concern, communicate through Viber. So mag-inform lang po kayo sa DICT or sa ating provider para ma-address po ng madali yung concern. Next. So another question, how is EOR number, excuse me. So how is EOR number or electronic OR number assigned? So the EOR is automatically generated at eBPLS and unique for every LGU using the DICT's eBPLS. Unique po siya sa iba't ibang LGU. Who will issue the EOR? OR or EOR. So the LGU as the servicing unit or agency will issue the official receipt. May it be the manual or the electronic OR. So ano po, what is EPI? Ano ba itong EPI? So it is an interface implemented by a software programmer to enable interaction between or with another software. No? So para po yung usap yung isang software sa isang software. No? We will use API. How do we inform our clients that we have online payments already? So as part of your information advocacy initiatives, EBP on how to pay online should be made available on your website, FB page, and or via YouTube. Collaterals should also be displayed in your LGUs and barangays. So pwede po tayo siguro mag-print ng mga tarpaulins to inform our clients or our constituents na pwede na tayo bayad online ng ating mga business permits. Next slide please. So what are the data or information displayed in the EOR? So ito po yung na-discuss kanina ni ating Ma'am Beverly, no? Based on the provision of the COA Circular Number 2013-007, the EOR shall have the following minimum content: name of agency, issuing the receipt. So ito po yung LGU, location and location code, where the place collection is made and it's assigned. Basta yung a name of payer, no? So yung nagbabayad, person, entity making the payment, date and time of receipt, no? So date and time of the collection and issuance of EOR, nature of collection such as income tax, business tax, fees, and others, etc. Amount received, detailed as to the nature of collection, coded as to the subsidiary revenue collection specification. So electronic OR number, meron din siyang number, no? Unique number, a unique and sequential number generated by the system for every EOR issued. Transaction number, number generated for every transaction accepted by the system. Why does not necessarily pertain to the generated EOR? It may include cancellation, inquiry, etc. Mode of payment, credit card, electronic fund transfer, ATM, GCash, and etc. No? So tax order of payment number. So meron din siyang tax order of payment number. So next slide please. Okay, so I think that's all. It ends my task for the frequently asked question. So I hope that helped, no? Nakatulong po 'yan sa inyo kung anong meron ngayon sa isip nyo. Anyway, questions will be addressed later during our focus group discussion. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sir Franz.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Victor, for facilitating the FAQs, no, for raising them to our respective LGUs and also the different answers to those frequently asked questions. Thank you so much, Sir Victor. Okay, so to those LGUs who just joined in here in our online session, please and kindly log your individual attendance and the link send sa ating chat panel because that will be our basis in giving you certificate of attendance to this online session. Okay? So if you have questions on your mind, I think you can be able to type them na in the chat panel and one of our teams is actually in charge on fetching those different concerns so that later on our focus group discussion, it will be raised and it will be given an answer from the concerned speaker. Okay? So let's proceed to the next part of our online session. Okay, for a while. All right. So it is clear to everyone that we are still in this health crisis, and the face-to-face transactions are limited, if not discouraged. So we would think, how can we have a business continuity in situations like this, di ba? Kasi mahirap na baka mahawaan tayo ng virus if we will have the physical transactions of paying something at the end of the LGUs, di ba? So we will think of a way in which making transactions or paying for goods and services through an electronic or an online medium without the use of cash or check, and this is called electronic payment or the e-payment solutions, which is already available in the eBPLS, which all of you na mga LGU who is on board is already utilizing. And aside from that, from having a more secured transaction, it is, or the e-payment is one of the parameters set by the Anti-Red Tape Authority under the JMC 505-2021 of ARTA, DTI, DICT, and DILG for your respective EBOS. And we are glad that we have today two resource speakers from the Development Bank of the Philippines and from the Land Bank of the Philippines to discuss to you the different services their agency offers. So to discuss to us the e-payment solutions or services that the Development Bank of the Philippines offers, I would like to invite on screen the technical assistant of the business development for BBG Central and Eastern Visayas. Everyone, please welcome our resource speaker, Mr. Joseph P. Ato. Hello, sir. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Again, I'm Joseph from Development Bank of the Philippines. Just like to share my screen. Okay, can you see my presentation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, I believe na all of us here have already tried naman siguro making transactions online. Siguro not all, pero for those nga wala, it's about time na we learn how the process goes, So in DVP, we actually have various electronic payment services, but I'll be focusing lang on what is relevant to the LGUs this morning. So the question now is, why do we okay, why do we need to avail of these electronic payment or e-payment services? Well, first is efficiency of payment collection, and that is because collection will be done for us by a system which in this case is provided by DICT through its eBPLS. Through this system, transactions will become automated, and there will be less transactions since your clients already have the option to pay online. Another benefit is cost savings from reduced operational expenses. Since we know, we now have the system which will do the collection for us, the LGU will no longer need a lot of employees or manpower. Instead of having for example 3, you may reduce it to 1 na lang, depending on how the LGU will implement this. Another thing is with regards to traveling, kay remitting the collection will be lessened. We also have mitigation of cash handling related risk. And the question is, what are these risks ba? Well, one, we have the risk that the money might be lost due to our own for example, negligence lang, or worst case, it might be lost due to theft or robbery. So through the electronic payment, you will no longer need to bring with you the money to be deposited to the bank, since this is automatically credited to your account with DPT or the bank that you have chosen. Next, we have reduction in point sourcing requirements. Since through e-payment, no need na tayo mag-pay, no need na tayo to provide a change even if the amount kay may butal. Whatever the amount to be paid, this will be debited to the last centavo against the account of the cardholder. Another benefit is the automated report generation. So there is no longer need for manual preparation of reports. It will be less hassle since the system will do all the needed reports for you. All you have to do is to print the report and make the necessary bank reconciliation. We also have more payment options to your customers, since aside from the usual process of paying over the counter, your clients could now do it online as long as they are connected to the internet. The last one is convenience and ease of payment. Through e-payment, your clients will no longer need to go out, since they could pay even at the comforts of their home, or even after regular office hours, since since this will be available 24/7. And I think this is one of the reason why most of us would love to avail this, kay aside sa required siya sa ARTA. Balo man siguro na we all know that we have the COVID-19 pandemic. And a lot are afraid na mahawaan tayo ng virus. Also, I have attended a meeting with LGUs, and ang problem talaga nila is ang baba talaga ng collections nila when the pandemic started. That is why timely talaga na we have this option to pay online para mag-improve na yung tax collection natin and makaiwas din tayo sa COVID. Okay. So in DPP, we actually have several electronic payment services. One is sale, which is usually found sa yung mga malalaking tindahan ba, like department stores and pharmacy. So dito no, siniswipe yung cards natin if we opt no not to pay in cash. Then we have the bills payment facility. This is actually possible no, through BankNet's website. So if you have credit cards or kanang utility bills to pay, you can do it online. No need na magpila pa sa mga bayad center. Sa mga bayad center no, since this is available at your fingertips lang. Lastly, no, we have the Internet Payment Gateway or IPG in short. Okay, I'll be discussing in details. I will be discussing this in detail since ito talaga yung needed natin to activate no, the online payment module no, of our eBPLS. So the IPG is a collection solution for institution with interactive or transactional websites. Transactional website no, means that your clients can access online the products or services and view account information no, and billing no, details from your website. So in this type of online facility, DBP serves as the enabler for Visa and BankNet card acceptance through the website of accredited institutions such as the LGU. As long as these cards are powered by Visa or BankNet, be it credit or the regular ATM card, your clients could use it to transact through the bank's IPG. Through DBP, your website will be linked to the Visa or BankNet IPG for the payment processing through an application program interface or API. The API will be provided to you to evaluate the programming needed at your end. The good thing about this IPG facility of DBP is that the bank will not require an ADB deposit requirement. You only need to open an account where the collections will be credited, or you may assign your existing account with DBP if you have one. Another thing is that there is no required number of transactions to avail of this facility, which is usually required by other banks. So even if small ka lang na LGU, you could already avail of this facility regardless if minimal lang yung transactions ninyo. So the online payment facility offered by DBP's IPG is made possible due to Visa and BankNet, which are the leading electronic networks providing convenient, reliable, and secure delivery of financial and related services for its cardholders locally and abroad through the synergy of resources and best utilization of technology. Our membership with these networks enables acceptance of cards issued by DBP and other banks affiliated with BankNet and Visa. Be it credit, prepaid, or debit card, DBP's IPG will accept it. Okay, with regard to the fees, BankNet charges 10 pesos per successful transaction, while Visa is 2% of the payment amount. But these fees can be passed on to the clients as a convenience fee. So no need na pwede siya i-shoulder ni client instead of si LGU yung magbabayad ito. If you avail of the IPG for BankNet, the LGU though will need to pay one-time joining or programming fee na amounting to 56,000. The good thing about Visa is that the merchant in this case the LGU will no need to pay any joining or programming fee, unlike BankNet. To give you know, an overview about the flow of transactions, we actually have here a simplified illustration. So first, on transaction date, we have the transaction flow goes like this. So this is where your client now uses his or her card to pay goods and services. In this case, so for example, now, if your client now will pay for taxes such as RPT no, and business taxes, he or she needs no, to have a card in order to make payment. So the merchant, which is the LGU, will process this payment through DBP's payment channel. Please note no, that for BankNet, transactions no, it has a cutoff no of 12 in midnight, and while for Visa, debit or credit transactions no is at 4:30 p.m. Now for the settlement, DBP no will be sending daily merchant settlement report to the merchant, which will reflect the breakdown of the transactions. Total collections no net of the commission fees indicated in the will be the amount to be credited no by the bank to the settlement account of the merchant the following day. The merchant no will receive copy of the MSR or merchant settlement report and checks it with the amount credited to its settlement account. So we actually have here no, a sample of how it look like no, if we pay using the IPG for BankNet. So for BankNet, this is how it looks like. Please note lang no, at this point, tapos na yung lahat ng pag-input ng client regarding personal data and transaction details. No? This will prompt no on screen if magbabayad na ang client ng Jumia. So we have a drop down also no for banks no, depende kung ano ang gagamitin niya sa na card no as sa pagtransact. Then after choosing no the bank, client no will key in yung ATM card number niya, then ang PIN no to finish the transaction. For IPG Visa, okay, this will actually pop on your screen if you choose to pay no Visa. All you need to do is enter card number, that's the CVV or card verification value, located na siya no, at the back of your card, and the card expiry date. Supposed to be no, there should be an amount no reflected here. It will be the eBPLS of the ICT that will compute no for the amount to be paid. So after that, no, make sure to click no confirm payment to finish no the transaction. So on your screen, we actually have here kanang sample no of the merchant settlement report or MSR that I kanang mentioned to you earlier no. So this report no, will be used to reconcile no, the amount credited to your settlement account. For also no for IPG Visa to DBP transmit no the MSR to the e-merchant, while for IPG BankNet, e-merchant no, or the LGU views collection report online no, via the website of BankNet. So next slide, no, we actually have here some of DVP's IPG clients. We have here national agencies no, such as DTI, DSWD. We also have LGU such as Cagayan de Oro or Naga City in Damsur, and many more. No, hopefully, no, if all goes well, we will be able no, to include also the LGUs present today. No? And that ends no, my presentation. Thank you all for listening. By the way, no, feel free to contact me through phone or my email provided on screen. You may also reach no, or any DBP branches na nearest you. Again, thank you, no, and keep safe always, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Joseph, for the very comprehensive discussion on the e-payment solutions services offered by the Development Bank of the Philippines. So let me just share with you my screen for my presentation. Ayan. Okay, so as a token of appreciation and gratitude, we are giving you, Sir Joseph, a certificate of appreciation, and this certificate reads, this certificate of appreciation is hereby given to Joseph P. Ato in grateful appreciation and commendation for his invaluable efforts and exemplary performance as one of the resource speakers during the online orientation on PNPKI, electronic official receipt, and electronic payment at the Electronic Business Permit and Licensing System conducted today, July 23, 2021, via Zoom online platform. So this the digitally signed certificate will be forwarded, Sir Joseph, to your email after this online session.
Thank you, Sir Francis.
Thank you so much, Sir Ato. It's really great to have you in this session. Okay, let me just check if our next speaker is already on board. Nandito na po ba si Ma'am Emeline Hostiniano from the Land Bank of the Philippines?
Good afternoon, sir. Papasok na po, sir.
Ayan, thank you po. Thank you. By the way, no, we would like to commend the Land Bank of the Philippines. Full force talaga kayo, no? We have here different land bank branch managers. We have ISO on board from the Carigara branch. We have Ma'am Lilin Dico from Tagbilaran. We have Ma'am Michelle Pinky Indoy. We also have Dal Bicalso. Then we have here Ma'am Vivian Viscar. We have Sir Edwin, then we have Ma'am Maria Rosario Kalimot. So, by the way, may hindi po ba ako na-mention from the Land Bank of the Philippines? Please chat it in the chat panel para ma-recognize po. And also from the DVP in case may hindi po ako na acknowledge, Sir Joseph. And we also have here Ma'am Anneli Salazar from Land Bank Naga, Cebu. Yeah, so thank you so much to our different branch managers for joining this webinar. Nandito na po ba si Ma'am Emeline? Is Ma'am Emeline already on board? Then we also have Ma'am Anacel Carion, no, the branch manager of Land Bank Balamban, Cebu. Then we also have for the Tagbilaran branch, Sir Dexter Ray C. Ruiz. Then we have Sir Samuel Torrenueva from Land Bank Consolacion. Sir Perlito Daniel from the Land Bank Moalboal, Land Bank Giwan Branch, Ma'am Fe A. Dagsa. Then we have Ma'am Evelyn Sabido from Allen Branch. Then we have, is this Ma'am or Sir Jisha Colyantes? Then we have Ma'am Corinne Tang from Land Bank Baybay. Ma'am Flora Briones from Tagbilaran City Hall. Then we have from the Katarman branch, Ma'am Emma Lapasa. So thank you so much to our different branch managers of the Land Bank of the Philippines for your full force attendance in this webinar. We are really happy that you are attending this. So I think Ma'am Emeline is already on board. Am I correct?
Yes, I'm here. Apologies
Hi,
for that.
Good morning.
Bigla lang nag-update yung aking laptop. And again, I have no choice but to procedure the update.
Yes,
Otherwise, I won't be seeing you. All right.
It's really nice to see you again virtually, Ma'am Emeline.
Yes, Francis. Suki mo na kami, di ba? Alam mo naman
Yes po,
pagka DICT, oo agad ako.
we are really happy, ma'am, that you are really present in this online session. All right, so this time let us hear another e-payment solutions offered by the Land Bank of the Philippines, and it is my honor to introduce to you our resource speaker. She is the Assistant Vice President for the Cash Management Solutions Department of the Land Bank of the Philippines. Everyone, please welcome Miss Emeline M. Hostiniano.
Hi, may buntag sa tanan. Hello po again. Thank you again, DICT. Thank you, LGUs, for taking time to listen to our webinar. So again, represent po namin sa inyo. Some of the LGUs might have heard of this payment gateway of Land Bank because my team here in East Visayas has been, despite the pandemic, has been calling and in constant communication with the LGUs to offer our link-based portal or our internet banking facility. Lalo na po ngayon, I've heard there's this ARTA order requesting all LGUs, government offices, government agencies to merong nagpapa-admit dito. Am I supposed to admit Joseph? Hindi.
Kami na po.
Yeah,
kami
so,
na po.
alright, so ito po ay just in time for the season ngayon for this natin, lockdown pa ba gagamitin natin or quarantine. Have you improved, umakyat po ba ang quarantine sa Cebu? Is there a case of Delta in your area? I hope wala po. Let us all keep safe and healthy. No, we can do this through the comfort of our homes and offices. Impart pa din tayo ng information and valuable webinars like this, courtesy of the powerful and very energetic officers and employees of DICT, our partner forever. Thank you again, DICT. To start with, let me share my screen. Jisha here is my marketing officer for the East Visayas together with her team, si Dal at saka sino tong pogi na to? Edwin. Edwin. Yeah, I have 8 teams actually. Sometimes sa pagpapalit ko mga pangalan nila. But anyway, for East Visayas, we have these powerful teams here led by Jisha. I was informed the other day that there will be a briefing today, and when they said it's DICT, yes, of course, I will make time for DICT. All right? Okay, Jisha? Jisha?
Yes, ma'am. Naka-share na po yun.
Ayan. So what is link-based portal? When we launched this, we call it EPP, e-payment portal. But we want it a bit with a touch of our acronym, LBP. So nirename po namin and made it link-based portal. It's an e-payment facility that allows clients to pay for products and services via the internet. No? Ano po ba si link-based portal? It's a payment gateway. All right. See, if you heard about the briefing a while ago, I just came in, but I presume I saw in the program that there were discussions already in the eBPLS. Okay. Si eBPLS po in layman's term ay sasabihin ko po, si eBPLS po ay isang parang gagawin natin siyang assessment page. Okay? Ito naman po si link-based portal. Para makabayad ka, ito si assessment page, kailangan po niya ng kadugtong na payment gateway. And link-based portal is the payment gateway. Si DBP a while ago, I think nag-present din, si DBP is a payment gateway. So, kailangan magdikit po silang dalawa, no? Para mag-proceed po yung transaction nyo. Meaning, at the end of the page of the eBPLS comes the icon of the Land Bank link-based portal where you can proceed with the payment. Alright. So, si link-based portal is available 7 days a week except during system maintenance na normal naman po na-encounter yan every night ng lahat ng bangko. So, it's almost 24/7 except that there's a 1 hour at least of batch processing during the night. Okay? You can conveniently pay up to 7,999, no? Almost 800. I think right now, July na, 800 plus na to, di siya. Government and private merchants enrolled in the link-based portal. Napakarami na ho nating LGUs na na-enroll dyan, na nag-enjoy na ngayon in online payment, no? They want to address the no face-to-face contact and the cashless way of doing it. So there's a centralized enrollment for qualified merchants. We will elaborate on that later on. You will be able to, the portal has the ability to handle small and large value payments. Baka sabihin nyo po, ay ano po, 500 lang po babayaran ko, kaya ba yan ng link-based po? Yes, of course. Hindi, ay may arrears po ako sa property tax. That's totaling 500,000. Kaya ba yan ng link-based portal nyo? Ma-accommodate ba yung 500,000 na online pay? Yes, of course. Right? So, real-time debit instruction from client's account and batch credit to merchant's account. So, ito po ang tinatawag nating real-time. Ano ibig sabihin nun? At the time you are transacting, when you press the proceed to payment, madedebit po agad yung account ng payor. And kung land bank ang ginagamit mo, after the batch processing, it will be credited right away to the account of the LGU. So wala kong kaming, float period. We don't hold your money for a long time, no? Every time na merong papasok, i-credit din namin. So, debit day 1, credit day 1 after batch, okay? And then there's a generation and issuance of online payment confirmation which will be sent to you via email. Yan, to make sure na, confirm po yung inyong online payment. Okay, Jish? All right. Who are the qualified merchants? It's not just government institution. Hindi lang po kayong LGUs na nandito ngayon. We also cater to private institutions. In fact, there were several schools, utilities, cooperatives, corporations already onboarded. We will show you sino po yung nasa East Visayas area. No? Hindi po namin papakita lahat ng 799 dito. But for East Visayas area, we can show you the logos of those who are onboarded already na standalone or with transactional website. So for government institutions, it's not only NGAs, it's not only GOCCs, but of course the LGUs, yung mga nandito po ngayon. You can be onboarded as merchant of the link-based portal. And of course, yung mga state universities and colleges, we still onboard them despite the fact that there's a free tuition fee for state universities. Of course, meron ho yung mga masteral and other miscellaneous expenses na pwede rin bayaran online. Okay? You will be surprised that Land Bank Linkbase portal has a lot of payment options. When you say Linkbase portal and it's owned by Land Bank, it's a payment gateway of Land Bank. It's not only Land Bank account ang pwede nating gamitin, ano? Baka sabihin natin, I won't be able to pay using your portal because I don't have a Land Bank account. Hindi po, because aside from Land Bank, and of course, Overseas Filipino Bank, as you all know, as you are aware, OF Bank is already a subsidiary of Land Bank, no? Number one, of course, yun yung pinaka-minimal na convenience fee. You have to use your Land Bank account if you have a Land Bank account or your Overseas Filipino Bank. So aside from that, in the next slide, you will see a lot of payment option. Payment option number 2, you can access our portal using your other accounts such as Union Bank, RCBC, Robinsons Bank, BPI. Alright? Ito pa lang po so far ang nakuha namin. But all the banks na nandito po sa PCHC Paygate, no, powered by Pesonet, we have ongoing negotiations with them to be partner, no, para makasama sila dito sa payment options because that's one of the clamor of our payers. Bakit Land Bank lang? Bakit BankNet lang? Maliliit lang yon. Bakit yung mga big banks wala din sa payment option? Here is the answer po. Every time there's a clamor, there's a request coming from our payers, we do our best, we exert our effort to talk to these people and negotiate for you so that hindi na ho kayo makikipag-usap isa-isa sa mga bangko na to. Land Bank did it for you already, right? So maybe in the next few months, we will be increasing these 4 banks, those who are inside the PCHC Paygate option, right? Payment option number 3, of course, we have the BankNet online participants, no? BankNet online participants. Ito po yung so far when you access the BankNet online, ito yung nakikita mo 18 banks. Am I right? 18 banks enrolled in the BankNet online. Let me remind you po, if you wish to use this BankNet account, if you wish to use in the previous slide, yung mga Robinsons Bank and 3 other banks, you have to enroll in their internet banking facility, no? Like sa amin, kung Land Bank ang account mo, you are supposed to be enrolled in the LBP iAccess, no? ng Land Bank. That's individual internet banking namin for our individual card holders. For this one, meron mo silang kanya-kanyang BankNet internet banking online facility. Like si DBP has its own, Malayan has its own, Overseas Filipino Bank has its own, right? So you have to be enrolled in that. Why? The main reason why you are supposed to enroll is for us to be able to generate the one-time password which will be sent to you through your enrolled mobile device. You have to enroll your number in your mobile device so you can generate the OTP. Okay? Payment option number 4. Okay, sabi niyo po online, sabi niyo po cashless. Yes, when we launch this, we are able to qualify, we are able to enroll several payment options using various card accounts. But as I said, kung ano po ang request ng payer, no, this is the clamor of the payers, bakit po hindi na lang dito sa baba ng condo namin? May 7-Eleven dito. Hindi pa pwedeng dito magbayad kasi dito na ako naglo-load, dito na ako nagbabayad ng kuryente, dito nagbabayad ng tubig. Bakit hindi na lang po sa 7-Eleven or dito sa EasyPay? So in response to that, we were able to negotiate with this. Ito po, nakikita nyo in your screen. This, when you see this logo, you can pay your business permit, property tax using the over-the-counter cash payment option. But a reminder, hindi po ibig sabihin nandito 7-Eleven, diretso na po tayo doon, ano? You have to log in po and generate the reference number po in the link-based portal. Okay? Para when you go to 7-Eleven, di ba po, pag nagsa 7-Eleven kayo, you have to generate your dun sa kiosk nila, you have to generate a certain reference number before you can pay. Alright, ganun din po sa atin. You have to log in to our link-based portal to generate a reference number. Okay? Payment option number 5 and 6. Ito po coming soon. Actually, si GCash dati nang meron yan. Okay? Hinold po muna yan for a while because both Land Bank and GCash have ongoing upgrading. But very soon, we will again reopen the GCash option. So, di ba, how convenient? Wala kang card account, ayaw mo rin magpunta sa 7-Eleven or sa EasyPay or sa Bayad Center, then you can use your GCash. Okay? And of course, depending on the LGU, if they will allow, they can activate if they want to accept payment through credit card. That's of course the Visa and MasterCard branded credit card. Pwede din po yan if the LGU will allow it. Alright? So imagine payment options of up to 6, no? 6 varied payment options. That's a lot of decision to make. So ako po, if I will be asked, of course, I will use Land Bank because it has the lowest convenience fee. Alright? We'll show you the table of fees later on. Oh yeah, here it is. Our transaction fee, mas mahal pa po ang Cornetto, 15 pesos lang. Ayan. For the others, there's a top up because, as I've said, we entered into an agreement with them. So aside from our convenience fee, nag-add on po si PCHC, Paygate, nag-add on po si cash payment options, si 7-Eleven, Bayad Express, and all the other BankNet participating banks. Right? Sa baba, you will see po yung fees for credit card. No? Pwede po ang Visa, MasterCard. Actually, pwede rin po kahit JCB. No? Pwede rin po yung mga prepaid debit cards. That's debit and credit cards. Right? Yeah, before this, our valued clients, please, if you wish to ask some questions, you may throw it sa chat natin, right, Francis? So that my team here can immediately answer your queries. I think there's a notice here. There's a message here that di makita ang presentation. Is this correct until now?
We can see actually your presentation, Ma'am Emmy.
All right, that's good. Okay, so moving forward, I just want to remind everybody about this payment reminders. The cardholders must be enrolled, again, nasabi ko na po yan kanina, to iAccess in order to transact with Linkbis portal. Kung hindi naman po land bank account, the online banking gateway po ng inyong bangko. If you are PS Bank, doon po kayo sa PS Bank online. Si BPI, meron po siyang BPI Express Online. But alam ko kasi po, nag-try po ako sa kabila. Just to see the feel of their mobile banking and you know, compare it with us. Cardholders from other banks must be enrolled to their respective online banking, right? For cash payments, please follow payment instructions received on your provided email. Yun. Isa po yun yung sinasabi ko kanina that you should be able to generate the reference number using the Linkbis portal. And then enable your browser's pop-ups, no? Minsan po may tumatawag sa amin, hindi po mag-proceed eh. Ayaw po talaga yung pala sa setting ng kanyang device ay naka-disable yung pop-ups. Right? So you should be able to enable that. Okay? A while ago, I said yung settlement po ay same day, no? That's true to land bank accounts. End of day batch processing, makikredit na ho yan sa account nyo, mga LGUs. And mabiview nyo rin ho yan. We'll show you later on our reporting, real time, okay? For other payment options, that's next banking day. Ibig sabihin po, isa plus 1 day pa po. Why? Because these are other banks na kailangan pong makipag-settle ni Land Bank for these said payment options. Kaya po siya nagiging next banking day. Okay? All right, this is a request for LGUs for the newly enrolled merchants. Alam naman po natin that the portal has its own cost din po. And what we request sa inyo, no? Wala ho kasing bayad sa mga LGUs natin, but what we request from you is to have at least 100 transactions for the first year of implementation. All right? 100 transactions, that means only 9 transactions per month. All right? So, maliit po yun, no? Maliit po yun in terms of number of transactions compared to other online platforms. So, para po naman ma-recover din namin in terms of volume yung ating cost sa ating portal. But for the part of the LGUs, zero cost po tayo dito, no? Yung convenience fee na pinakita ho natin kanina shall be for the account of the payer, because convenience fee po, kung sino yung naka-experience ng convenience, that's the payer. So sa kanya po na-charge yung 15 pesos. Okay? Then client must commit to fully promote and endorse the facility to the payers with the aid of marketing collateral. Hindi naman ho kayo pababayaan ni Land Bank. We will provide you the marketing collaterals. In fact, customize pa po yan. Yung step-by-step procedure, bibigyan ho namin kayo for printing of either the merchant and the branch for posting po sa inyong premises, or ang madalas po ngayon sa social media. We can prepare po a social media card for you free of charge na pwede nyo na po yung i-post sa inyong Facebook page. Kung meron ho kayong IG page, yung mga empleyado, they can share with their families the social media card para mas malawak po yung reach natin in terms of marketing of the link-based portal. Alright? So just to give you an idea of how it looks like, ganito po, no? Halos ganito po ang itsura ng DICT, no? Yung kanyang ng link-based portal. You can access, number 1, through Land Bank link-based portal URL. Ayan. So, kung ayaw nyo na po ng ganang kanya habang URL, you can also go to our landbank.com and look for the e-banking menu, no? Ito po, nakikita nyo, under the e-banking, magda-drop down po niya, makikita nyo yung link-based portal. Just click the link-based portal po. Ayan. Okay, that's another access point. Another access point is Land Bank link-based portal link located at the merchant's website that shall redirect the client to the Land Bank link-based portal. Pwede rin po kung meron kayong website ngayon, whether transactional o hindi yan, we can put a link, no, so that the merchant can click, you will be redirected. Ililipat po kayo sa link-based portal. Right? And then of course, kung merong sariling transactional website si LGU, then you have to go to the merchant's website po. Alright? Okay? We'll show you a sample in a while. Okay, again, types of enrollment, we have standalone. If you are not yet ready to proceed with your eBPLS assessment page or e-tracks or any third-party IT company na gusto nyo magpagawa ng transactional website, hindi pa po tayo prepared, then you can do enrollment. Pwede pa rin kayong ma-enroll, no, with our link-based portal as a standalone merchant. What does it mean? Wala pa po kayong website. That means you have to you go to the access point number 1 and 2 a while ago. The enrollment of the merchant without transactional website. So yung payer po will go straight to link-based portal website. Okay? While with interface, for the LDUs na ready na, no? Yung mga na-ready na natin, Francis, na meron na ho, ready na po for eBPLS, then ito ho yung with interface. Kasi po, as what I have said in layman's term a while ago, ididikit po natin yung website nyo, transactional website nyo, sa payment gateway po nila for us to be able to proceed with payment. Okay? The client will have prior assessment from merchant's website, then it will be redirected to link-based portal. Okay? So again, pag may question po, you can use the chat box, so that Jisha here, Dal, and Edwin can answer you. Okay. This is what I was talking about a while ago, the step-by-step procedure. Ganito po ang magiging itsura kung magpapagawa kayo ng social media card. We will put your logo here, and then we will show you the follow yung simple steps, no, para for guidance of the payers. You just have to go to landbank.com and look for link-based portal. So, ayan. Ito po ang itsura. You'll have to click the Pay Now button. And then next, you will have to search for the name of the LGU. Like for instance, LGU Mandaue. Hahanapin po natin dyan dito sa before you click the continue. Pwede rin po, you can go to, kung Mandaue po siya, you can either go to LGU Mandaue, or M, kung ang enrollment niya po ay Municipality of Mandaue, then po. Right? So you can click continue, and once you click that, you will be asked to select the fee that you wish to pay. No? Sa mga LGUs po, usually ang ini-enroll natin ay property tax payment, business permit, and other fees. Right? Yung gandun lang po ba ang pwede enroll? No, of course. Mahaba po yung drop-down natin. I think you can choose for more than 20 to 50, right, Gisha? Type of transaction fees. Because yung mga merchants natin, like schools, no? Ang dami nilang uniform, books, library. So they will be able to sort that, no? If they will enroll the transaction type here. So, masusort na po yung payment na ating payers. Okay? So, after selecting your transaction, the transaction you wish to pay, you will now proceed to the
Hello, Ma'am Emmy? Hello? I guess na-disconnect si Ma'am Emily. Ma'am G-Shop, can you please confirm my
Yes, sir. I-check ko.
Hi, I'm back.
Hi, Ma'am.
Francis, hi. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry, medyo maulan dito. If
Yes, ma'am.
please allow me to turn off my video for better connection.
Yes po, ma'am.
Right? I'm gonna have to turn off my video now. Sorry po. Ayan. Okay. So as what I've said, from the payment of when you select your transaction type, you will proceed na po dito sa page na to, which wherein you will be able to key in your payment details. Okay? So sa standalone po, magsusulat po tayo dito, name of payer, contact number, unlike po sa with interface, wala po yun. Magpapopulate po siya ng sarili niya. You don't have to enter the name, email, ad, etc. Yung payment option lang po ipapasok niyo. Kung land bank, ATM, you have to select, or kung gusto niyo po ng banknet, lalabas po dyan, magda-drop down. Can you drop down this, Jisha? Is there a page where you can drop down this payment mode? Wala ba? Anyway, but this payment mode here will, you will be able to select kung anong account ang gagamitin mo. If you want to use over-the-counter cash payment option, nandyan din po. Alright? So after this, you will proceed to the next slide wherein you'll be able to your already your financial details, like the OTP that you receive using your phone, the PIN, 4-digit PIN of your account, and then just click submit. All right. So ayan, lalabas po yung receipt mo or your payment confirmation, which you have the option to print this. And kung wala naman pong printer, meron naman po kayong ma-receive na confirmation via your email. Ayan. Ayan po yung payment confirmation na pwede nyo i-print. Okay, now let's proceed to the one with interface. All right. So as I said, dito sa area na to, pwede mong ilagay yung iyong logo. Okay. The difference, of course, is instead of going to the website of Land Bank, you will go to the transaction website or eBPLS portal of the LGU. No? So you can get your assessment there, magkano babayaran mo, and then you will proceed with the payment. And then sa payment, ganun din po, kagaya na pinakita natin sa kanila, except that you will no longer encode your name, your contact number that's populated already because you will access your account using the transactional website of the LGU, right? Okay, so in the next slide, ayan po, no, with interface. So kung nandun ka na sa website ni pipindutin mo lang pay online. Okay, next. Ayan. So kung sa eBPLS naman po, you will have to log in your username and password. Nagre-register po ako dyan. Kung wala pa po kayong registration, you have to, before clicking yung username and password, you have to, ito po, yung dito sa left side, don't have an account, then you have to register. Then, pag meron na, you will log in already. And in the next slide, you will be able to see or check your total payment due. Right? And then, pag okay na po at babayaran na po natin yung total amount due na yan, you have to click pay here. Alright, payment mode, Land Bank ba, BankNet, CAPTCHA, and then proceed. Have to check the I certify that I am at least 18 years old. And then yung details, okay, you're so fast. So sa previous slide, I said, di ba, ito hindi niyo na to i-encode. Nakapopulate na po yan. Yun lang pong inyong one-time password, your JAI, and your 4-digit PIN. And in the next slide, that's already your payment confirmation, or if you're enrolled in the EOR, then kaka-generate po tayo ng EOR, Electronic Official Receipt. Alright? So that's it for the standalone and for interface. Okay. Again, may mga requests parate si Payor. The link-based portal was initially conceptualized for individual payments, no? Yung mga isa-isa, yung mga may-ari ng business, no, yung mga tuition ng eskwelahan, sa eskwelahan. So, individual accounts ang ginagamit natin. But what about those corporate accounts na gustong magbayad, no? They want to pay a business permit, but hindi po sila, ang account po nila ay ang nagbabayad po ay institution. Okay? So, hindi po pwede yung regular savings account, pang individual ho yan. Here is our corporate payment card in answer to that clamor of our payors. It's a debit card created to provide additional module for institutional clients na gustong magbayad sa link-based portal merchants. Actually, initially, ginamit namin to when we launched the cashless payment for LTO registration in NCR, no? So, ang nagbabayad po yan sa initial, di ba? Pag bumili kayo ng sasakyan, yun po yung ating mga car dealers. So, kung car dealer po, corporate yan, they cannot use individual accounts to pay for the registration with the LTO. And so, nag-launch po kami. If you notice, Toyota Manila Bay po yung nakalagay dito. Yes, we were able to send them or open account, corporate payment card account. Right? So, ang kinakapture kasi natin dyan is that the account to be used should have the ability to generate one-time password. At yun po yung pinagkaiba nito sa ibang corporate accounts po na mga institutions. No? Meron hong siyang, it's a combination of the features of a current account and a savings account rolled into one. Right? Okay? So yun po, no, to answer the question of those institutional clients na gusto magbayad through the link-based portal. Jish? Ayan. Okay, just for the details, the initial deposit is 5,000. Maintaining is 5,000. There's a dormancy period of 2 years and a fee of 30 pesos. So eligible po siya for I-Access and We-Access dahil nga po para siyang dual citizen. Pwede po siya sa I-Access individual dahil may savings component siya, and then We-Access for the corporate. Do we allow withdrawal? Hindi po kasi po corporate po ito. Baka po maka-withdraw yung mga ma-allow po yung mga unauthorized withdrawal. So, disable po natin. But for OTC withdrawal or over-the-counter, pwede po yan. Just have to fill up a withdrawal slip. Okay? So, yeah, I think we're able to discuss this. Next, please. Okay. As I've said, malalaman ko ba kung ako si nasa finance or nasa accounting, malalaman ko ba sinong nagbabayad using my link-based portal enrollment? Yes, of course. Real time pa nga po because the portal has its unique repertorial module. We call it Merchant Payment Inquiry. No? It's a facility that allows merchants to inquire real time and download reports of successful payment transactions done by client. Actually, hindi lang successful. Kahit naka-hold siya, makikita mo siya dyan. So you will be able to coordinate with land bank kung meron po kayong reconciling items. So again, dahil po ito ay secured, we will be enrolling yung qualified users lang ng Merchant Payment Inquiry. Kung sino lang po ang i-allow ni LGU, say for instance, mga taga-accounting or taga-finance o taga-treasurer's office, CTO, right? So, kung meron kang valid ID, then you can sign in using the MPI, right? So, ayan. So, in the deck, you will see po sa dulo, meron ho tayong nakalagay dyan na merchant tab. Ayan. If you click that merchant tab, you'll be able to check your reports. You will be able to sign in. And in the next slide is a sample of our search engine, right? Merchant inquiry po natin. Kung may nagpunta doon, hindi naka-print, but they have a screenshot and they have the reference number. For you to confirm, you just have to access the reference number. Kung wala naman po, ang naalala niya lang ay payment date. Okay, nagbayad po ako October 1, I think October 1 or October 2. So you can put date range po, October 1 to October 2. No? Pwede rin po by type. Ano bang ginamit? Land bank ba? Pwede rin po, i-drop down niya yan. Kung land bank account, banknet, or all po ba? Then, you just have to click the search button. Lalabas po dito sa sa baba. Yung lahat ng kung specific reference number, lalabas po dyan sa baba. Pag nilagay niyo po date range, lahat po ng transaction niyo ng October 1 to October 2, lalabas po dito sa baba. Alright? Okay, so that depends on you kung ano ang gusto mo i-search, no? And then, of course, as I've said, may formats po, no? Yung downloadable reports natin. You can download via Excel or CSV or comma separated values. Okay. So again, that's real time po, no? Real time. Every time you log in, kung may nagbayad po ng 901, maglalag ka rin ng 901, pagpasok mo doon, andun na rin po siya. MPI transaction retention period is 3 months. Alright, so please download po and back up your MPI reports, no? Para wala tayong ma-miss na report. And always check and filter under successful transactions before issuance of OR. No? Hihingi po kasi yan ng mga resibo, yung mga nagbayad. They're not... most of them are not happy with the confirmation receipt. Hihingi po talaga ng resibo yan. And then for transaction complaints, please request the following details, no? Kung may lumapit or nag-approach po sa inyo, hindi po na-debit or na-debit po pero wala namang confirmation in my email. So, you have to secure the following details, all right? Kung pwede po, may screenshot, okay? Tsaka yung payment option details. So in summary, again, from time to time, we always say po ano yung benefits ng online payment. we comply, of course, to the ease of doing business. And to the payer, there's less time spent on queue kasi pupunta face-to-face treasurer, no? It improves delivery of services through automated handling of payment. Yun nga po, face-to-face, and of course, promotes competitiveness. If I can remember yung mga LGUs po na nauna nang nag-promote or nag-implement ng online payment were given awards or recognition by the government for spearheading, no? Lalo, kagaya po nila province of Palawan, ayan, mga nauna na po kasi yung mga. So, they were given credit points for that, no? And then for the payer, of course, wala ho kasi tayong busy hulat ng tao. So it's good that the platform is 24/7, no? And then you can pay from anywhere. Okay? Kung ang binabayaran po ay tuition fee at ang ama ay nasa Saudi, pwede po, no? Kahit wala siya sa Pilipinas, just access the portal and then debit from their accounts. And then of course, in terms of cost, of course, ito po ay mas mababa, no? Especially for clients paying from far areas kasi hindi na mamamasahe. Mag-tricycle, magrela ba, pila may pliti din ha, I think that's more than 15 pesos. No, you will spend more than the 15 pesos convenience fee that we are charging the payer. For the requirements, something coming from you is, of course, the board resolution or sangguniang resolution. All the others are forms of the bank which we can provide you. Just have to fill out. Right? Kagaya po nitong enrollment form sa MPI, merchant enrollment form, even the MOA po, meron ho kaming template niyan. Just have to have it signed by approving authorities ninyo. Okay? Just to show you some of the enrolled merchants under East Visayas, under eBPLS Link List Portal Interface, we have City of Mandaue. Yan, nakaka-receive na ho tayo ng payments coming from City of Mandaue. And for the e-tracks, no, that's another provider. Si City of Tagbilaran has availed of the e-tracks assessment page. Municipality of Ubay. Okay. So interface din po yan. Ito rin po, may interface din. City of Cebu, City of Lapu-Lapu, Municipality of Loon, City of Ormoc, City of Tacloban. Alright, dagan na kayo, no? And then for standalone, do we have a slide for the standalone? Jisha, yan. Okay, without interface, that means that's a standalone. You have to go to the website of Land Bank. We have in Region 7, Toledo, Alegria, Bolion. Alright. And then Liloan, Etafe, okay? And then Corella in Bohol. Yan. Sa Bohol po, dalawa, no? Tama? Yes, in Bohol we have 2. And in the next page, Region 8, we have Baybay City, Inupacan, Naval, San Julian, Guian. So, ito po yung mga matatapang na nauna na, no? So, LGUs, mga mahal kong kliyente, what are you waiting for? Please, no, ano na po tayo? Mag-online payment na ho tayo to comply with the ARTA ruling, no? That you should be able to onboard. You should be able to launch your online payment as soon as possible.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am Emmy. Hello, ma'am. We cannot hear you po. Hello, Ma'am Emmy. So I think na disconnect po ulit si Ma'am Emmy. because, as you know, it's raining hard on their end. That's why her internet connection is really affected. So let's just wait
Hello
for.
po.
Sir po. Sir?
Hello po. I think I'm on my last slide already.
Yes, Ma'am Emmy. Please continue po.
Yes, Jisha, I think that's my last slide already. The last slide will be the contact details of our team. Sorry for that. Medyo malakas po ang ulan. Ayan. Okay. So, if you have your phones over there, pwede nyo po itong i-screenshot. So you can communicate with Jisha, with Dal, and with Edwin.
Yes, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
That's my last slide. Salamat po, DICT. Salamat, mga mahal naming LGUs, for your questions. Please, we will still be here to accommodate your questions.
Ma'am, excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, recognize.
From Alegria, sir. Planning and Development Officer, si Jesus Ray Cabalida.
Yes, sir. Please.
Kindly correct the logo, sir. The logo of the municipality of Alegria is not the logo, the official logo of our town.
Okay, and the presentation from the Land Bank of the Philippines.
Yes, sir. Hopefully, corrected kay ever since normally ang mamutang nga logo gud from Surigao.
Hello, sir. Amy po. Jisha, can you show that screen po so I can see po? Baka nagkamali lang tayo ng pag-paste ng logo. Saan yon?
Ma'am, the one under the Toledo City, Cebu. Oh, yes, that one, ma'am. Kindly correct it. This is the logo of Alegria Surigao.
Ah, okay. So there's a Alegria in Surigao.
Oh, yes,
okay,
ma'am.
Okay.
Normally,
Pasensya po.
Kasi
we will correct
when you
it po right away.
Because when you Google Alegria, that is the first logo could you see in the Google.
Okay, sir. Noted po. We will correct this one.
Thank you very much for your ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much, Ma'am Emeline, for your beyond comprehensive discussion. I don't know what's the correct or the exact term I'm going to use to describe how you presented your presentation. That was really, really detailed. Okay, so I will just present my screen again. Ayan. Okay, so ayan. Okay. So thank you so much, Ma'am Emeline, once again. And as a token of gratitude and appreciation, we would like to give you a certificate of appreciation. And this certificate reads, this certificate of appreciation is hereby given to Ma'am Emeline M. Hosteniano in grateful appreciation and commendation for her invaluable efforts and exemplary performance as one of the resource speakers during the online orientation on PNPKI, electronic official receipt, and electronic payment at the eBPLS or electronic business permits and licensing system conducted today, July 23, 2021 via online platform. And given this also this day. So later on, I will forward to your email, Ma'am Emeline, the digitally signed certificate of appreciation. So kindly direct message me or DM me your email address so I can forward this to you after our webinar.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay. So thank you so much po,
Salamat.
Ma'am Emeline.
Thank you. May buntag again. Salamat po.
Good morning.
Okay.
Thanks,
so,
ma'am. Good morning.
All right. Now that we know the different available e-payment solutions offered by the Development Bank of the Philippines and the Land Bank of the Philippines, we hope yung ating mga LGU that you would embrace the different offers or opportunity, especially now that we are in the new normal. So there is really, I mean, the online payment or the electronic payment is really more convenient, and it would eliminate the risk with handling cash or the money. And aside from that, yung e-payment, that is one of the parameters set by the Anti-Red Tape Authority or the ARTA for your EBOS or for your eBPLS. Once pumunta ang mga taga-ARTA dyan sa inyong LGU, isa po ito sa titingnan nila. So in other words, whether you like it or not, you will like it to avail e-payment from these two agencies, from the Development Bank of the Philippines and from the Land Bank of the Philippines. So you have two options. So it's up to you kung saan po or alin sa kanila. You can also I think have them both. Well, it's up to you. Okay, so this time let's have a okay, nag-load pa yung aking screen. Ayan.
Francis, if I may.
Yes, Ma'am Amy.
Yes, I'm sorry. I just read the message coming from Leyte. Nanghihingi po siya ng, can you show the screen, Gisha, on the contact details? Pwede po ba natin pagbigyan, Francis, para ma-screenshot nila?
Okay, sige po.
Medyo mabilis po kanina.
Ma'am Emmy and Sir Joseph, pwede po ba kaming makahingi ng copy ng inyong presentation? Kasi some of our LGUs are having intermittent connection. So hindi po
yes.
daw nila na nasusundan ng maayos or ng maigi yung pag-discuss po ninyo. So they are just asking as a copy ng presentation ninyo para ma-review po nila.
Yes po, we can do that po. We'll send, kanino ko po na isi-send? DICT or direct sa mga LGUs?
Sa akin na lang po, I think you can send that to me po.
Alright, that's okay. So here's the contact details, and nanghingi din po ng, in the previous slide then, after this, Gisha, can you show the documentary requirements? Medyo mabilis daw po ako kanina. Ayan. So again, you don't worry about these requirements. Yun lang pong sanggunian ng i-prepare nyo. All the rest, we will provide you the templates. Okay? So ayun, nag-thank you na po siya. I think, Francis, we're good. Thank you. Salamat.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Emmy, and also Sir Joseph, please, I will ask for a copy of your presentation if...
Okay, sir. We'll send it to your email.
Thank you so much po. So let me again share my screen.
Francis.
Yes po.
I can go directly na lang with my presentation. No need to show the video kasi because lunch na matatagalan. I can just proceed with my presentation.
Okay, sige sir, attorney. I will just give some brief introduction po. Okay. Ayan. So this time we are, since as per the request of Attorney Lizer, we will no longer show the video. It's here, the eBPLS best practice and testimony of LGU Mandawi City, Cebu. And I am inviting on screen the Business Permit and Licensing Officer of Mandawi City. Everyone, please welcome Attorney August Lizer Malate.
Good morning. Please allow me to share my screen.
Sir, you are already promoted as co-host po. You can now present your screen.
Thank you. Okay, so good morning everyone. I am Attorney Lizer Malate I am from Tacloban City, so maupay nga aga yung atanan. For our participants coming from Leyte. Atong mga Bisaya coming from Cebu and the Visayas, mayong buntag natong tanan. So as introduced a while ago, I am the head of the Business Permit and Licensing Office. The BPLO in Mandawi City has just recently been created as a department. So that's one thing that I would like to invite our LGUs to recommend to your local chief executives to make it as a department. You become a department head. I'm also the head of the Emergency Operations Center for the Task Force Against COVID-19 in Mandawi and head of the operations in the vaccination. So I have basically 3 offices right now, which is very timely. Now, just to give you a for a while. So to give you a brief background, no, Mandawi is where Mandawi is. Mandawi is in between Lapu-Lapu City and Cebu City. Every time you go to Cebu by plane, by the time you cross the bridge, that is Mandawi City. We are not connected with Cebu City. It's just a very small city in Cebu, but it is one of the 3 highly urbanized cities in the Cebu province. We have very small land area of 34.87 kilometers with 27 barangays and roughly above 400,000 population. That's basically 12,000 plus people per square kilometer. So I'm just giving you the demographics of Mandawi City because we have, based on our 2020 data, 6,300 registered businesses in Mandawi City. So if you count it off, for the business permit renewal, you will have to accommodate those 16,000. That means that you have to process 815 clients a day, 101 clients per hour, and 2 clients per minute, which is very difficult, especially in this time of the pandemic. This is how we were at our business one-stop shop every business permit renewal period on January 1 to 20. Now the setup is really not favorable, especially in this pandemic. And right now, where our cases in the Visayas is increasing. In fact, right after a few months from the business permit renewal, our cases raised up to as much as 900 active cases by July and went down by the last quarter, November, December, January. And then right now, as you all know, Cebu and its cities are high risk and it's going up. So with the Delta variant, which leads me to the desperation that we had during that time that prompted us to partner with the DICT. We had already a system for the business permit processing, payment, but the existing system was not yet prepared with the online payment system. And if we had to go through all those documentations, reviews, ordinances, approval, and what you have, it was not in time with the business permit renewal in 2021. So we were really very desperate, and it was very timely that I met the then regional director of the DICT who offered Mandawi the use of eBPLS for free. So it was also timely that it was just last year that we became a department, and immediately we made all the necessary documentations, ordinances to adopt the online mechanism. So if you would like a copy of our ordinances on how to adapt with the electronic system, on how to become a department, I can safely share to you. You can just email me or get my contact details so I can share it to you, so I can help you. I'm also an officer of the National BPLO, so it was really our goal to help other LGUs, especially in the aspect of business processing and also in helping them become an office, dili lang kay section under the mayor's office, dili lang kay division under the mayor's office, but an independent office with its own charter, with its own protocol, policies, and procedure that can work independently, especially in this time of the pandemic. So we engaged the ICT, and in a matter of 3 months, we were able to adapt. Ingana kapaspas, that was how we were so stressed in preparation for the 2021 business permit renewal. But we did it with the full support of the DICT. We had a MOA signing by August. September, we had our training. By November, we had our pre-launching. And by December, we had our official launching. And by January, we started with the eBPLS and the online payment. Yes, it was very challenging indeed, because since time immemorial, and most of our LGUs, manual gyud ang naandan. They were very used with the manual payment. Kaliwaan, you pay, I give a receipt, hard copy. Some people are not yet very familiar with this electronic receipt, electronic payment, and it's very alien to them. That's why it was one of our challenges that we had to go through. But what were the advantages in entering into this agreement with the ICT and jumping into the eBPLS? Well, number one is we were able to expand our satellite offices, satellite BOSS. When we say BOSS, Business One-Stop Shop, it's a one-stop shop system. But with the online system, anywhere you are still linked with the BOSS because it is all online. You can register, apply, submit documents, pay at the convenience of your house. And it's still considered a one-stop shop because it is the system that provides all these linkages and coordination. So it's convenient. That's one advantage here. It's really very convenient. The application can be done anywhere, anytime. Oh, but the long anytime, any day. So you can just by waking up, submit your documents, take a picture, scan it. You can, even if you're in Manila, you can pay. Wherever you are, you can pay. And there are so many payment options to choose from. 7-Eleven, katong mga lista nga gipakita from our land bank. This one, GCash, BPI, and those that have land bank accounts. It's very simple. And it is safe, especially in this time of the pandemic. We lessen social gathering and super spreader events. Our one-stop shop is one of the super spreader events. Just imagine if you have a minimum of 5,000 businesses to cater in a matter of 20 days. That's still a couple of hundreds. So daghan gyapon. So because of the online mechanism, we lessen the face-to-face transaction, which lessens the probable exposure. For example, we are entering into the third and fourth quarter of our calendar year, and just a few months from now, it's renewal. And as DOH has declared, Delta variant will be the next prominent variant for COVID-19, which has a transmission rate of 80%. So 1:8. So by January, we can still feel that Delta variant. That's why it's high time. I think you still have more time than us because we just entered during last year. We just entered TMOA almost the end of August. But those who are very interested, LGUs, please go ahead and enter into the necessary agreements with Land Bank or DBP or and DICT, of course. So third advantage is it's very transparent. The system, it is system-based. Everything is there. You can see daily basis. Even if you are not on the operations as a department head, as a supervisor, you can determine what is happening every day. Especially in the reporting mechanism. If you use the eBPLS, you have no problems with the ARTA compliance because we are rest assured that the DICT eBPLS system has all the reportorial requirements that is needed by DILG, by ARTA, by COA, what you have there. Because they are following all those national guidelines. So nindot kayo because di na mo mag-result sa paghimog report. It's just one click away, you can have the report. It's transparent, it's readily available real time. And most importantly, the best another advantage is that the support mechanism that DICT will provide. DICT is a national government agency. They will be there, they will be here with us, assisting us until this government survives. They will be there to support us pre, post operations. Even at night, they will chat and give you assistance in case you have difficulties. But you cannot have that if you just have any private system provider for some. Huh? And again, I'm saying the most important and the best advantage of this system is that it's free. What else can you ask for? DICT is giving you free system with the full support of the Land Bank, who is also giving you a free system. You just have to work out on your documentation, on your ordinances. It's just a matter of convincing our local chief executives, our sanggunians, of the benefits of going online. Simple as that. Political will lang. But of course, this does not go without any challenges in using the DICT eBPL system and any system that we use. There is no perfect system. Everything has its own weakness, but it's really up to us how we make the necessary adjustments, which we did. So number one of our challenges is that the technical illiteracy. This was very new. It was very short time. We were not given the necessary period of time to make the coordination or trainings. That's why in one day we had to train 3-4 groups, barangays. So the end user adjustment is really one of the challenge here because it's online. Not all have smartphones, not all have email, not all have Wi-Fi, internet, and not all are really tech savvy. So that's one. That's why we have the way to adjust with that is we had different satellite offices as help desks. Naa sila dito. If they have questions, issues, they go to our help desk. They call us, they chat us. We have a chat support, we have an email support, and we assist them. Anyways, this is just a one-time deal because eventually, if they learn how to use the system on their first take, by the next renewals, kabalo na sila. They can make the necessary adjustments as well. The second challenge, which is admittedly also well known, is the turnaround of payment posting. What I'm trying to say here is that the actual credit to the bank, to the LGU bank account may take several days, may take 2, 3, 4, 5 days, depending on the bank. But it doesn't mean that the payment will be delayed or there will be surcharges. No, because the eBPLS system posts the payment real time, meaning once you pay on that day, doesn't matter when it will be received by the LGU, in the system, you have paid on that date, on that time, through any banking options or payment options that you have chosen. So even if you pay on a Friday, but they receive it Monday, still the posting of your payment in the system will be on Friday. So real-time gihapon. Ang turnaround lang yun, which I know DICT and our banking partners is doing its part in addressing this issue. So that's one in the turnaround of payment. Next challenge is the human culture. This one cannot be avoided. So many people last minute payment, last minute application, mo pay masoko. Deadliners, and then kita pa'y dali-dali on. So, that's really human nature. But with this system, it's real time. The date, the timestamp, real time. Dili na pwedeng palusot-lusot diha. It's really there, real time. So, katong mga issues po on the waiver, on the hangyo-hangyo, on the adjustment, reassessment, it cannot be done that easily. That's why it's very transparent, and that's why this is fully supported by the ARTA, Anti-Red Tape Act, and will really lessen any opportunity for graft and corruption. That's why the system will persist even whoever sits in the administration. And that's the good thing about it. There will be consistency in your system. There will be consistency in your policy because the system will persist. It will not change who will be the mayor. Even if we will not be the head of this department, of this office, our policies will push through. And that is the advantage of this, the ICT system. So, hearing all that, we all know and we can see that the advantages really outweighs the challenges, especially in this time of the pandemic. We have to take note that if we are fair and if we have an equilibrium in the healthcare solution in every LGU, especially in this time of the pandemic, we can be rest assured that there will be economic solution because that will provide confidence, that will provide business confidence. If the business sector knows that they have options to transact and to conduct their business in your localities safely and following the DOH guidelines or the minimum health standards. So on my last note, I would just like to humbly commend the DICT on their accomplishments for 2020. These are just little snaps of their accomplishment in just a matter of 1 year. As you can see, they have developed ICTs, eBPLS partnerships, Wi-Fi, trainings, communication, national broadband, and the eBPLS system. And we are proud to say that Mandawi City is the first highly urbanized city that have adopted the eBPLS system. We really had so many challenges, but we made the necessary adaptations. The back office was really, we survived the pandemic on our own. Kumbaga, if you have a very smooth system for the client, it's really very challenging for the back office. So that is one reality. And that is one thing that I would like to put a heads up to our LGUs if you use the eBPLS. Make sure that you have the necessary policies through ordinances. Make sure that you have the necessary facilities, laptops, internets, computers. Make sure that you have the necessary personnel. You have IT, you have accountants to help you. Because right now, my office is doing the assessment. The assessment is not with the city treasurer anymore. They just are focused on the collection. So, I have also my legal team to help me on this aspect. So, mauna akong gingon, if you engage the DICT, you can never be wrong. If you use the eBPLS, you can never be wrong because this is a system that gives you the necessary post-operation support. That is very important. You may get a private system provider, but you will be renewing every year. And if you cannot pay them, they can leave you just like that. But with the DICT, with the eBPLS, they will never leave you because the government pays for them. The government gives them the direction, and the government is the one that gives the policy on what they have to do in this national institution. So, congratulations in advance to those who will be making the necessary partnerships with the ICT, and congratulations also to the ICT for their good job. Good morning to all. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Attorney Lizer Malate, for the very nice presentation of your testimonials on using the eBPLS, and as well as for encouraging our LGUs to avail the e-payment. So thank you so much, sir. Let me just present my screen. All right. So, as a token of gratitude, Attorney Lizer, we are giving you a certificate of appreciation. This certificate reads, Certificate of appreciation is hereby given to Attorney August Lizer Malate in grateful appreciation and commendation for his invaluable efforts and exemplary performance as one of the resource speakers during the online orientation on PNPKI, electronic official receipt, and electronic payment at the electronic business permit and licensing system conducted today via Zoom. The signed certificates, attorney, will be forwarded po to your email. So thank you so much, Attorney Lizer. All right, let's proceed to the next part of our online session, which is a focus group discussion. So I think we have some questions on board, and we will begin with the PNPKI. I would like to invite Engineer John Lawrence Recto to cater some of the questions or concerns of our participants regarding the topic of the Philippine National PNPKI. And to facilitate the focus group discussion, I would like to invite on screen Sir Victor A. Magallanes. Hello, sir.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Good morning po.
Kaya pa ba? It's now 11:49 in my clock. Okay, so maybe we can cater a few questions. Anyway, the discussion is very clear, no? Klaro kayo ang mga discussions sa atong mga resource person. So this is just maybe to have some review, no? Review on the topics discussed. So I would like to take this first question. As I have read a few minutes ago, I think Sir Lawrence can answer this. No, how to apply for PNPKI? Sir Lawrence.
For applying to PNPKI, since you are from since under po kayo ng jurisdiction ng VC2, kindly email po vc2.support.pnkI at dict.gov.ph po. So very active naman po sila when it comes to accepting applications from VC2 po.
Okay, thank you, sir. So kung sino mang nagtanong nito, hindi ko na matandaan, just send your email to DICT bc2.support.pnpki@dict.gov.ph. Okay, so thank you very much. Next question, I think Ma'am Beverly can answer this. What's the production link of eBPLS is ready for e-payment?
Thank you, Sir Vic. So, para po dyan, bali yung production link po na tinutukoy yata ni LGU na nagtanong po is, yun pa rin po yung production link po ninyo ng eBPLS po ninyo. So, kung meron na po kayong eBPLS at ginagamit nyo na po ito pan-transact mismo sa mga business applicants, yun na rin po yung gagamitin ninyo. Bali, ang gagawin lang po natin is ikakabit lang po namin doon yung e-payment. So, through API, bali, yun po yung magiging process. Ipapasok lang po namin dun yung mga choices. Example, nag-avail po kayo ng land bank. So, ayun, ilalagay lang po namin dun yung system ng land bank para po makita po ninyo agad doon sa inyong eBPLS. So, yun po.
Okay, so I guess meron po tayong testing period dito po, ma'am, di ba? May test period po.
Yes po, sir. May testing period po. Balik kami po muna sa amin po muna sa DICT, then papatest din po namin sa inyo po, sa LGU po.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Beverly. Okay, so next question, I guess I will address this to Land Bank of the Philippines, Ma'am Amy. Is it possible for online payment that fees due to BEP or Bureau of Fire be directly deposited to them? And the fees due to the LGU be also directly deposited to their accounts. Nandito pa po ba si Ma'am Amy?
Yes, I'm here po, Sir Victor, no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that concern has been raised to us several times, no? Because I understand if you renew a business permit, there should be a payment in the Bureau of Fire BFP fees, ano? A reason for Bureau of Fire to go online also. If I may inform all the LGUs around, Bureau of Fire at the main office level, actually po, nag-start kami niyan, Bureau of Fire ng Region 4. When the head office heard of the initiatives of Region 4, nag-take over po sila to launch their own online payment ng Bureau of Fire fees. So, abangan na lang po natin yun, sir. In a few months, I think the Bureau of Fire main office will be coordinating with various LGUs on how to use their online payment. And I think ang mangyayari dyan, there will be reference number which you can submit to the LGU when you renew your business permits and other licenses. Okay po, sir.
Okay, thank you po, ma'am. I hope that make it clear for our
Yes,
use. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so mayroon pong nag-pop up na question dito. I think this is for Land Bank also, ma'am. Sir, ma'am, meron na po ang LGU Giwan link-based portal pero standalone. Pwede po ba yan malink sa eBPLS namin?
The answer is yes, opo. Si LGU Giwan started as a standalone. Pwede rin pong ma-upgrade yan if you will be able to coordinate with eBPLS counterpart po natin, Sir Victor. Ang tawag po niyan ay mag-i-interface na po tayo. That's how LGUs usually do, no? They want to try the link-based portal as a merchant sa stand-alone. Okay? And then later on, when they realize or the payers will request na, ba't hindi na lang po magkaroon din ng online assessment para hindi na ho kami pupunta dyan sa munisipyo. And then, babalikan ho kami ni LGU. Ay ma'am, mag-a-avail na po kami ng eBPLS. So, let's interface. Tama po yun, sir. We've done this for several LGUs. From standalone, they upgraded to interface enrollment. And that is through eBPLS po. Sir?
Okay, thank you po, ma'am. So that's good news, no? To our LGUs using standalone right now. You can upgrade it to link with the eBPLS. Okay, thank you so much. Next query po. I think I will address this to our DBP representative, Sir Joseph. Does LGU need to pay to avail the online payment? And then pa ba si Sir Joseph dito? I think meron na tayong nakita sa Land Bank kanina sa DBP, parang hindi ko masyado matandaan. So nandito pa ba si Sir Joseph? I think he is not here anymore. Okay, I think this is addressed to Ma'am Amy, no? Simple ba doc requirements sa standalone at interface sa Land Bank po?
The answer is yes. Same po yan. With additional one document for the interface, and that's the memorandum of understanding, which is meron din no time format yan. We can send you a format po. And then if you wish to have a separate presentation like this, you can communicate with Gisha so we can, usually po kasi pag ganito, di ba, 1 to 2 participants lang. The people who will be implementing this are not yet aware. So pwede ho tayong gumawa ng round 2 presentation specific for that LGU, no? Depending on the enrollment that you want, kung standalone or via eBPLS. Okay po?
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. I think the next question, I think I will address this to Ma'am Beverly. Good morning. Can we use manual OR kaysa po yung EOR? Thanks. From LGO Palo, Liti. Ma'am Beverly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Vic. To LGU Palo and everyone. Yes po, pwede pa rin pong gamitin yung manual OR kaysa po yung EOR. So, bali parang i-record and i-issue nyo lang po yung manual OR the same as paano po kung paano po nagbabayad si applicant ng personal or hindi through online. So, same process lang din naman po.
Okay po. So, hindi na po ito matawag na, online payment to ba ito? Or manual payment na ito, di ba?
Pwede rin po, sir. Pwede po sila magbayad online. Then, kung yung OR po is, pwede rin naman pong issue ni LGU. Kung gusto po rin nilang mag-issue po ng OR po.
Okay. So, klaro na po yan. Thank you so much, Ma'am Beverly.
Yes, sir.
Next is yung convenience fee. Parang nakita ko na yan kanina, yung convenience fee. I think I will address this to Ma'am Amy also. No? So, regarding po sa Ma'am Amy, regarding po sa availment ng payment channels, how will the LGU request to add the payment channels? And who will be the first person to inform in the LGU when the new option is added to the eBPLS?
Yes, Sir Vic. Simple lang po yun. No? Doon po sa resolution na isasubmit nyo sa amin, you will have to specify which payment options are you going to avail. Hindi na po yan separate letter or request sa amin. Basta nandun po sa sangguniang resolution nyo na na-approve po doon that you will be availing all the payment options. Meron po kasi tayong LGUs na ayaw gumamit ng credit card, no? So, huwag nyo pong i-include doon. So, pwede nyo pong i-enumerate doon sa resolution that you will be availing land bank payment, banknet, GCash, kung gusto nyo pong ilagay na agad kahit coming soon pa, and then Paygate, and then of course yung laging request ng mga LGUs yung cash payment option. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. I hope that is clear with our LGUs. Another, ma'am, is do you issue acknowledgement receipt?
Yes, sir. Ang ating tawag po doon ay confirmation receipt. There was a sample I've shown a while ago. It's a confirmation receipt, no? Na pwede nyo pong i-print. It's printable and it's also being sent to your enrolled email. Right? This reference number, yung confirmation receipt nyo, meron po ang reference number nyo, yun po yung ipe-present nyo sa LGU if you want to have your manual OR. Right? Sabi?
Okay. So that is clear, no? So next, sino bang LGU pinamungahan? LGU, sino po nagbibigay ng validity or number of days kay applicant kung kailan dapat bayaran? Sino po bang pwede natin tanungin dito? Sino po ba nagbibigay ng validity? Ano pong validity? Number or number of days applicant kung kailan dapat bayaran?
Hello po, Sir Vic.
Yes, Sir Vic.
Sir. Ano ko, sir, I think yan yung sa due date. Yun pa rin yung magiging basis nila, yung due date sa TOP.
Okay. So, yung due date ng nung sa TOP nila.
Apo, yun pa rin yung magiging basis.
Okay. So next, paano po ba yung flow ng transaction kung halimbawa ay nagbayad ang client through Cebuana or Palawan? Yun kasi yung most commonly makikita natin sa LGUs yung Palawan at saka Cebuana. So, pwede po ba yun? Ma'am Amy, pwede po ba yun?
Sir
Magbayad
Vic, ano po yung tanong? Magbabayad through Cebuana?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Cebuana,
Or Palawan. Cebuana Lawyer or Palawan Pawn Shop.
I think po yung Palawan ay, can you show the payment options sa over the pay cash payment options, Gisha? Meron ba tayong pinakita dong Cebuana or Palawan?
May Cebuana, ma'am.
Palawan, wala ano.
Palawan pawn shop meron.
Palawan meron din. That's the umbrella of EasyPay, correct? Under
MY
EasyPay? MYEG, correct, yes. Yes. So, ang tanong po ay how to pay sa ano po. Yun nga po, you have to generate, okay, kung standalone yung enrollment, pupunta po kayo sa Land Bank portal. Kung transactional website naman ay sa website ng LGU. And then you have to choose there yung payment option nyo, which is cash payment option. You will be given a reference number, and from there you can directly go to 7-Eleven, to MYEG merchants such as Palawan and Cebuana. Okay po?
Okay,
That's standalone. Kung meron naman pong Sir Vic, meron kasing nag-message. Meron naman yung may transactional website, naka-enroll na kunwari sa eBPLS, then you have to sign in po using your user ID and password so you can generate the total amount due. Yan, so makikita nyo doon kung if you're you need to pay 5,000 and meron din ho kayong ma-generate na reference number doon. If you choose cash payment option, then you can go directly to 7-Eleven or Cebuana or Palawan. Correct?
So I think same as yung magbabayad lang ito ng plane ticket, no? So pwede din sa Cebuana at saka ibang payment center. As long as you have the reference number. Okay, so next, ano pa bang question dito?
Hello, sir. I think we catered most of the questions from our participants po, since there are no more questions in the chat panel. So I think we can end our focus group discussion here. And since it's already 12:06, no?
12:06 na pala, sige.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
That's how we end our focus group discussion. Thank you so much, everyone, to our resource speakers now for sharing us your time and expertise. And now, if there's a beginning, there's also an ending. So let's hear a closing remarks from one of our eBPLS vocal. Everyone, please welcome Sir Romel B. Abelia.
Hi, Franz. Good noon.
Good noon, sir.
How is my audio?
Okay po. Okay ra, sir.
Never mind the video because my internet here is unstable. So I will not use my old video. Okay. Good noon, everyone. It's been a long day and everything has been said. So to our honorable mayors of the different LGUs who are present in this platform, to all treasurers, business permit and licensing officers and IT officers, to our distinguished director, Frederick DC Amores, our lead focal engineer, Ramel Jeff Taboso, and our project manager, Ms. Delia Basada. To our distinguished resource speakers from the Cybersecurity Bureau Digital Certificate Division, DICT Engineer Jan Lawrence Ricto, and Ms. Beverly Yumol of the PMT eBPLS Central Office. And from the Land Bank of the Philippines, Ms. Emeline M. Justiniano, Assistant Vice President of Cash Management Solutions Department. And also from Development Bank of the Philippines, Mr. Joseph Ato, Technical Assistance Business Development Group. And to Attorney August Leiser Malati, sir, from Mandawi. To my colleagues, my team, and other fellow servants, everyone, good morning. Collaboration is at the core of everything we do. Our focus is on things that are best achieved by working together. Today is another example of collaboration. The digital signature of the PKI or the PKI, the e-payment, and the EOR are the three more functions or features in the system that will automate completely the whole processes and make it end-to-end compliant to the recommendation of ARTA. So the next time ARTA is going to visit your LGU, then you can stand up confidently and said, "Sir, we are fully loaded." So again, we will not only encourage you all, but we will push you to adopt the three processes to make you accomplish. We have been mentioning frequently that no one in this group knows what the ARTA is capable of. So let us not wait until we cross the bridge to realize that we are not safe after all. Lastly, let me just plug in this statement before I end. Let me take this opportunity and in behalf of the Land Bank of the Philippines and the Development Bank of the Philippines, since it's been stated in the registration link that the data we have gathered will not be shared. But then again, the purpose of this activity is for you to enroll in their e-payment services. So I will rework this notice at this very hour, and at the same time to ensure that we will not violate the Data Privacy Act. With your permission and consent of all LGUs present, would it be fine with you all if we are going to share your contact details with Land Bank and Development Bank of the Philippines so that it would be much easier because the two providers are much familiar and know where your LGUs belong or are much nearer to their branches. So just put your reply to the chat panel, yes or yes dash and then LGU name. And for the PKI or digital signature, for everybody's info, there are two registered authority officers, member of the team, eBPLS team. That is Mr. Victor Abangalianes, the provincial officer of Bohol, and I myself. So there's no problem sending application forms to you because we have all your contact details. So it is totally complete. Automated BPLS, automated payment, and automated signature. What else? Kung gusto nyo ng eBPLS, may e-payment. Kung gusto nyo ng e-payment, may digital signature. Thank you. And once again, good noon to all.
Thank you so much, Sir Romel. And of course, not our dear participants and resource speakers. So this time, I would like to request everyone, kung nandiyan pa kayo, to kindly open your video for our photo ops. So this is for our documentation. I know it's already 12:12. Hopefully, you are still there. No, for our quick photo ops. Ayan, so I'm happy no na still nandiyan pa kayo. You are still present. Okay, so we have 7 pages. Okay, we have 7 pages. Let's start from page 1. Ayan, magre-retouch pa ba kayo? Some may nagre-retouch, may nag-comb ng kanilang buhok. Ayan. So kung yung mga nandyan pa, kindly open your video and show us your beautiful and handsome faces. It's up to you if you will take off your mask or not. Ayan, so starting from page 1, okay, kindly stay still. Give us your beautiful smile. Ang ganda ng smile ni Ma'am Brenda. Ayan. Okay, so I will count from page 1 lang po muna. I will count from 3. 3, 2, 1, smile. Ayan, we are done with page 1. Let's proceed with second page. Ayan. In a count from 3, 2, 1. Second page. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Ayan. Third page. I'm happy that you are still here. Third page. I will count from 3. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Ayan. Fourth page. Just keep smiling lang kasi di natin alam or kung anong page kayo. Basta on my end, you are on second page. Maybe on your end, nasa first page kayo. Sige, fourth page. And I count from 3, 2, 1. Smile. Ayan. Next is fifth page. Wala na. Parang wala nang tao sa fifth page. Okay. And I count from 3, 2, 1. Smile. Then, sixth page. Wala nang tao dito eh. Wala nang tao. And I count from 3, 2, 1. Smile. And seventh page. Wala nang tao. Pero still, we'll give this screenshot. Ayan. So, indeed, no, everyone, it was a fruitful day. Thank you so much and congratulations for the successful eBPLS online orientation on the PNPKI, AOR, and e-payment, no, at the eBPLS. So before we end, I will show you the AVP on the online payment of Mandawi City for everyone's guidance and encouragement, inspiration as well. So let's just wait until this page loads. Hindi naglo-load yung presentation. Ayan. So you can watch this. This is actually the presentation, no, from the Mandawi City. right, I think that's it, no? I think you can be able to rewatch the AVP of Mandawi City. They send the YouTube link. It was uploaded actually sa YouTube. So again, no, sa ating mga LGUs who are still on board, I would like to again announce to ask for your consent kasi we might our actually partners, no, from the Land Bank and the VP, they were asking for your contact details and sharing your mobile numbers to them. So kung okay lang, you can chat, no, in the chat panel, or maybe I will call you na lang siguro this afternoon to ask each one of you if it's okay on your end to share your contact details to the Land Bank or to the DBP kasi they might contact you or they might call you para sa inyong e-payment. Okay? So, again, everyone, we appreciate you all for being here. Thanks again for joining our online orientation. It has been a long day. It's already 12:24. Happy lunchtime, everyone. And this is again your moderator, Francisco Yepes Abindanio, saying keep safe and God bless. To God be all the glory. And we hope to see you all again next time. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sir Francis.
You're welcome po.
Thank you, sir.